Seattle. Welcome to the New Tune Showcase. My name is Irene. I see. What is this? Is this level 3 hype? Is this hype? Should we do it? Can we do it? Oh no. So, we have a little secret here on the New Tune Showcase Day. It's a bit of a challenge. If we reach the amount that equals 50, thank you for meeting the sub goal. But we have more to go. If we reach the combined goal for the stream, which is paying $50 to each streamer that is featured today, including the host who I'm going to introduce, we will have me come back on stream and write a new song in 30 minutes based on the prompt that Johnny Hall is bringing to us today. $50 for one songwriter is well deserved. $50 to make me write a song in 30 minutes is just bonkers, but I'm into it. So, anyway, let's get on to getting on. Let's get rid of me here on screen. Let's bring JohnnyHallSongs on.
What's up?
I had a delayed, waving to you. Hi.
I was waving for 5 seconds before I got on.
Hi, everyone. And just look at this love in here.
What's up, everybody? How are you all?
This is JohnnyHallSongs. How are you?
Doing well. It's been a good couple weeks getting all this together. Getting to see a little bit into your life a little bit.
Really?
I feel like, just connecting with other songwriters, all the time and writing songs before stream.
Yes.
That's what I was doing today. I was finishing up my song right before stream. So.
Well, how do you feel about the challenge for me to write one today? Do you think we're gonna get there based on what's happening?
Based on right now, yeah. I think we're gonna get a new song.
I think we are too. Which
we're gonna get a song.
To and I don't start until we hit the hype. So.
Yeah. This could be the song that launches Irene's career to the next level. It could be the one, right?
And I'll take you all with me on that journey. I will.
I love it.
So I don't want to spend a lot of time on me here because you have so many guests. It's crazy.
Yes.
How was your journey into becoming host for the show?
It was so I accepted kind of late in the game. I feel like how much did I have 2 weeks, but everybody showed up and was really excited to take part. We got some really great streamers tonight that are coming on, so it's gonna be so fun. Yeah, but it's been a lot of fun. I actually did New Tune Showcase myself 2 times before this, so I've had to.
Yeah, and thank you. I always have to say thank you, and I always say to the other streamers, and I'll let you do it in your own way, but thank you for saying yes. You all always come through. We're always looking for new singer-songwriters, and we're always looking for new hosts. So, Johnny Hall, thank you for saying yes.
Heck yeah. I feel like it's I gotta get into it. I gotta do it, right? That's the thing.
Well,
and that's what you should do as well. If you're thinking about joining or sharing songs, you should definitely come on New Tune Showcase. It's just amazing vibes here, so it's awesome stuff.
So Together Wherever Music is an entity that has now been alive since 2020, really, since pandemic. It was a necessity, and we are 514 followers strong right now. I just wanted to let you know that we are small but mighty, and we'd love you to be part of this community as a follower, as a viewer. Tell your friends that new music is going to be shared today. And what is the prompt today?
Today, the prompt is small talk. So we're talking about small talk. I thought there was a lot of cool things. There's a lot of cool situations where small talk happens. So
I feel like there's going to be a lot of me figuring out what that means to me later. uh,
yeah,
let's
I love
see.
it.
We are nearly 30 minutes into our show. One, I want to thank chat. There's so much thanks to go around. So thank you, chat, for being here. Please join our community. I love you here from Seattle.
We just crushed level 4.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I better get my pen and pad of paper out. Thank you so much. We want to pay these streamers. We do it every month, by the way. Thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh. I will let you deal with that, JohnnyHallSongs. So, level 5 hype. I'm going to do it one more time for y'all because you need it. And Johnny Hall, take it away. Have a great show, and I will see you, at the end?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right,
Sounds
everyone.
good.
See ya.
Peace. All right, so I think the way that we do it is we bring everybody on first, right? So I'm going to bring everybody on kind of one at a time. We're going to do brief introductions, and then after we do the introductions, we'll launch into some songs. So the first person I'm going to bring on is someone who I feel like her songs have like just such a unique quality. She writes almost conversationally. I was so excited when I heard that she was willing to help out. We got Almost Maddie. So if we could bring her on the screen. Welcome in.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Howdy.
Awesome. So how are you? How are things going?
Doing great. I've had an awesome day. I streamed a little earlier, and then
Yeah, I
I've
saw
been
that.
so excited about this that I just been hanging out in my office in my office chair all day, just like ready,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like a full stream day for you.
It really is.
You and Mia had like long stream days. Yeah.
But it's awesome. It's always a fun day. Like, you know, it's like hanging out with friends and, you know, making music. I really can't complain about it at all.
Yeah, definitely. So take me through like a little bit of your songwriting journey. Like, when did you start writing music? Oh, actually, that might have been in part of your Two Truths and a Lie. Is that? No, that's not.
No.
Okay.
I didn't talk about it in my Two Truths and a Lie. That would have been a good one. I struggled with my Two Truths and a Lie yesterday.
Me too.
I'm not gonna lie. But not gonna lie yet. But no, songwriting journey. I was an Army brat, and when I first started writing my tunes, I was living on base in Fort Drum, New York, which is a ways away from the public primary school that I started at. It was like an hour away by bus, and so I was truly a problem child. I was too smart for my own good, and I didn't know how to settle down or know what to do with myself. So I started writing music, and
It was a way to put your energy into something that was productive and good.
My teachers would constantly, they tried to get me to teach other students, and I couldn't do it. And finally, they looked at me and they were like, well, what do you like to do? And I was like, well, I wrote this song. So they put me in touch with the music teacher, and every week I would go and we would compose a little bit more of my original tune, and it just got me into it,
Yeah, it's cool. Like inspirations for me, like all over my life.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
Like people who really just give a crap about music, who get really excited about music.
Exactly.
Those are the people that I latch to for whatever reason. But yeah.
Of course,
definitely.
Those that are uplifting and push the journey forward.
Cool. Definitely. Yeah. So we were gonna do Two Truths and a Lie. I don't remember. Do you remember how this show works? Do you guys play a song during this round?
That I don't know. I think
don't know.
last time I was on. This is my second time being on, and it's been a privilege both times. I'm really excited.
Yeah, let's intro everyone first. That's what Pinball said.
I think we did a round of intros. So.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do Two Truths and a Lie now then.
Oh Lord.
Okay, cool. I have them. I have yours here.
Okay.
Do you want me to read them for you?
Yeah, if you'd like.
All right, here they are.
Is chat guessing? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we can have chat guess. I was gonna possibly try to run a poll, but no worries about that.
Okay.
I think that might be too complex for this situation. All right. So Maddie says, so the idea is let's guess the lie. Okay, these are all about Maddie. I quit, was fired, and was rehired at the same job 4 times in 6 years. That's truth or lie number 1. I am unnaturally good at claw machines.
It's my superpower.
It's your superpower? Okay. Unnaturally good at claw machines. And then after my wisdom teeth surgery, under anesthesia, I told my mom that I felt was like I was Janis Joplin in a past life. I love that one. That sounds too accurate to be a lie.
All right.
I love these.
I worked very hard.
You worked harder than me. All right, I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
Guess. I think the lie is that you quit and you were fired and rehired at the same job 4 times in 6 years.
That is not the lie.
Oh, freaking A.
I mean, it's good. It's good. It's very unbelievable, but yes, I did. I first quit and then was fired technically during the pandemic and then left twice. So I did. I quit
Jeez.
somehow.
So it's
at this
between
restaurant.
being unnaturally good at claw machines and having wisdom teeth surgery. I have to say unnaturally good at claw machines of those two. You didn't? That was a really good lie.
No, I told my mom that it was kind of a trick, I'm not gonna lie, because it did happen, but I told my mom that I was Freddie Mercury in a past life. I don't know. I went through a Queen phase, you know.
That is cool. That's a cool person to be in a past life.
Oh yeah,
that's for
absolutely.
sure.
And then I, for some reason, sang the entirety of Hamilton, the musical. So that was my wisdom teeth experience. Oh yes, I'm sneaky, steggy.
I love this story. I love it.
I am good
So
at
they
claw
kind of were
machines.
all somewhat true, but
Look, got this out of a claw machine. Got this out of a claw machine.
you got skills.
Come at me.
Like the fate of Earth is in the hangs in the order, and
can do
claw
it.
machines will save it. We'll call you. All right, cool. Thank you so much for being here, Maddie.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your songs. All right, cool. So next, we've got Bry O'Brien Music. Amazing songwriter. And he is with his sister, Tay. And they just recently started streaming together. And it's been amazing so far. It's been amazing. Can you guys, can you just talk a little bit about everything that's happening? There's a lot to catch up on, I feel like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Johnny.
Yeah,
by
good
the
to
way.
see you, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Like,
This
I
is-
feel like it's good to see you on here, especially me being nervous like I am. So yeah,
Yeah,
For
you're
sure,
here
for sure,
among
for sure.
friends, and you know how
we're here with
is.
friends. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
good to see you guys. Everybody knows I just did a move to Maryland from Kansas City, so I've been dealing with internet issues, setup all week. My PC died, so we're trying like new setups. So I'm praying to the tech gods that everything goes well today. But it's been so nice having Tay here with me. Tay, have you enjoyed singing again?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's
She's-
like my second time since you've been here.
Yeah, exactly. And this room was filled with my stuff not more than 4 hours ago. So we had a very intense office cleanup day.
Wow.
Trying to set up all the audio, all that.
Man.
Hyperbaric chambers. That's right, Mike. It's so good to see you guys.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed for good audio for me today. But
Yeah, definitely. I always have that. That's like every stream for me. Like fingers crossed.
Yeah, I
Let's see
know.
if this is gonna work.
I went from, gigabit up and down in Kansas City, and now it's like cable internet again. I get a max of 20 megabits per second up, and that's only if nobody else is using another device in the house. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a hard time. So
Yeah.
we're praying. But thanks
Definitely.
for having us on again.
Well,
It's
yeah,
so cool.
definitely. It sounds good now. Everything's sounding great.
Awesome.
How's it been streaming with 2 people? Is it the vibe like different?
Yeah.
Does it feel good?
Every song feels like I'm kind of relearning parts of it again.
Yeah.
Tay's
I'm learning it all for the first time.
Yeah, and she's learning it all for the first time. But Tay has been singing in choirs her entire life.
Mhm.
So she's got a very, she's going to hit every note, every pitch, and she's good with timing, and just like it's clear every time. I don't play to a tempo. I don't, I make songs my own.
Yeah.
And so it's been like, playing together. We've always done well with it. She usually lets me take the lead with it, which is nice. But it's just definitely new. Playing all these songs.
It's one of those things, though, right? It's like family bands tend to do well. Do we get another?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working through things for a long time, so it definitely is comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
A whole lifetime.
Wow.
I like your guys' shirts. Can I just point that out?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I
we
love
were
your
outfitted
shirts.
by Amy. So Seltzer Aqua right there. She got us the Brian Tay shirts. Lenny has
love
one
that.
as well. Lenny's just off screen. Lenny, can we get a disembodied hand? There we go. We get a Lenny wave. Lenny waves.
What's up,
if you
Lenny?
have 'em. Nice, Maddie.
to see
you.
ya,
Have a
good to
Lenny
see ya.
wave. Oh no, is that a rock
Yeah.
on? That's okay. It's close enough.
All right, so can we go through y'all's truths and a lie?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So these are yours, right, Bri?
Yeah. These
Okay.
are all for me.
Okay. Okay, so the first one is I've met Rubik's Cube signed by. I have a Rubik's Cube signed by the Hungarian inventor Erno Rubik.
Erno Rubik. Yes.
Erno Rubik.
He was in
Wow.
Washington, D.C. on the National Mall. Yes, in 2000.
And this is while you're competing in high school?
Yes, Rubik's Cube Club.
Okay. All right. You were involved in a high-speed police chase where you're taken out by deployed spike strips.
Yes, just outside of St. Louis, Missouri at 2 a.m. on a Sunday. The worst
Dang.
time. The worst time.
That's
in Fallon,
crazy.
In Fallon, Missouri. Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, just
That's
between the two.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Worked at NASA. What is it? Goddard?
Space Flight Center. Yep. For 4
Yeah,
years.
for 4 years.
From 2013,
Scientist on
2017.
the Mars Organic Analyzer.
Yeah, Mars Organic Molecule Analyzer, MoMA and SAM.
Dang.
Sample analysis on Mars. And that was so cool. I love those people there.
All right.
So, go ahead, pick.
All right, I'm gonna
What
guess.
do you think it is?
All right. I don't believe the police chase thing. Is that the one?
No, that was true. That really happened.
That's true?
I wasn't the target. They weren't chasing me. But there was a Dodge. There were spike strips deployed that got thrown in. They were hit by a semi, which apparently happens all the time. Got thrown into the leftmost lane where I was, just driving. It hit one of our tires. Lenny was there, and Barrica was there as well. We had just started a journey from Kansas City all the way back to Philadelphia. We were bringing Barrica home. And 2 a.m.
That's
on a
crazy.
Sunday, as we're pulling over, after I see the tire pressure going down, the Dodge Charger, of course, it's always a Dodge Charger, just zooms past me on the right. There's cops flying every direction around us as I'm just trying to get over to the side. And like my heart rate is probably 199 at this point.
Makes sense.
And just saying, Wentzville, Missouri at 2 a.m. on a Sunday is not a good time to have a flat tire. We've got pictures in a news article that that Lenny has. It's
Wow.
always a Dodge Charger for real though. That's right,
That's
Maddie. Yep.
that's a crazy story.
Yeah.
Man.
So the actual lie is that I do not have a Rubik's Cube signed by Erno Rubik. I could have. However, I don't know if you know, but normal Rubik's Cubes really don't turn that well. If you could buy a Speed Cube, it's always a knockoff. It's always like, some Chinese brand that everybody had Speed Cubes. And we had somebody get in line to meet Erno Rubik, and they're like, can you sign my cube? And he saw that was a knockoff, and he's like, no, absolutely not. I am not signing
Really?
it. It's not the real deal.
Interesting.
So I didn't even get in line to meet him, but Bill Nye was there instead. So I have a Rubik's Cube that was signed by Bill Nye. And
It's like
then-
a detail change one again.
yeah,
Man.
well, kind of. But I also rubbed off that autograph. You can't give a kid an autographed Rubik's Cube and tell him he can never solve his favorite cube again. So,
Freaking
yeah.
A.
So that was the one. I was in
so
the
far I'm
same.
0 for 0. I haven't guessed any of these yet.
No, that one was.
I'll get him. I'll get it.
Yeah, you'll get it.
That was hard. That was a good. Those were good. Those were good. I
Thank you.
have
It's
two
been a fun
truths and a
ride.
lie as well. Maybe I'll have chat try
yeah,
to guess.
Yeah, you gotta let all of us guess at the end after you introduce everybody.
All right. Yeah, we'll try to do something. Yeah, let's do.
I know you, Johnny. You can't lie to me. You can't lie to me.
Maybe I'm not that good at lying.
It's good to see
All
you
right.
guys. Thanks for
Good to
having
see
me
you.
on,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Thanks for being here, Bri. And thank you. Good to see you, Tay. All right. So next, we have Mealy Music. She is an awesome performer on Twitch. Sings in like multiple languages. Amazing person. It's good to get to know you. Actually, yeah. We did sound check together a couple weeks back. We're just chilling. It's been great. How's things going? How are you doing?
It's my very first time on this show. I know Aaron has been asking me multiple times to join it, and I was never feeling ready for it. And you asked me, I'm like, okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, I mean, the big difference, it's also because I was asked to join 2 other collabs this year. I told you about it, like those 2-day jam, theater jam, and I had to write a song in 2 days. So I'm like, if I can do it in 2 days, I'd be good.
Yeah. It's like a songwriting challenge, this show sometimes.
Yes.
It
for
really
the longest
is.
time, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah. So my idea with the small talk thing was that it would be like, so the idea is to take like a moment, and from that moment, find the universe in the moment. And I feel like small talk can be that. So small talk can be one of those small moments. So that's why I chose small talk. But yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah. So
thank you for
I have
having
your
me.
2 truths and a lie here. You actually labeled them, but I didn't look. I didn't look at the answers.
okay.
So I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. I was not supposed to tell you what it was.
All right. But I don't know them. Okay. So the first one is, I never got a noise complaint while performing live on Twitch. Yeah, I don't believe that one. But we'll keep. I can sing in 12 different languages. That's hard to believe as well. And the last one is, I've been streaming live on Twitch for over 5 years. All right. So I got to guess. Is it the 12 different languages? Can you
That
not?
is-
Can you really speak 12 languages?
I don't speak them, but I sing. I have
You can
songs
sing in
12
12 languages.
I have
Oh,
12 different. I mean, I don't speak those languages.
oh,
but
so you
can
can sing.
find
You did
songs
say
in
that.
12 different languages on my list.
Yeah. So then it's got to be the 5 years. Have you been streaming for over 5 years?
No, over 3.
Oh, so that was the lie. I found it. Second guess. Nice. We got it. How did the songwriting go for this particular process? Was it okay?
Yeah. I wrote in French.
You wrote it in
I
French.
wrote a song in French. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Is there like a way we could like get the translation lyrics or something? That'd be cool.
I didn't work on that. I could easily
Google
figure
Translate.
it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, whatever.
I mean, I'm supposed to know how to translate, but I didn't have time.
Yeah. I only speak my own language, so yeah, you're much more impressive than I am. So, so thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being willing to share your music and stuff. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I'll see you soon. All right, next we have Mike's here. He is an amazing streamer. He was actually one of the very first streamers I caught on Twitch. Such a good dude. Plays like lots of the music I listened to when I was younger, actually. What's up, Mike? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Just glad to be here, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really glad that you reached out and that it was like that it worked out that you could actually be here and share your music and stuff like that. So
Yeah, man. Well, I just appreciate you even thinking about letting me come on. So it just means a lot. So thanks.
yeah, heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I love it. So how long you been doing music? What's your musical journey been like? What you been up to lately?
Well, I mean, I was like born into music. My father's a musician, and my mother's side is all musicians as well. So it's just one of those things I was kind of born into, but definitely not a trained musician. But I just self-taught everything I do, and I started streaming on Facebook about 7 years ago.
Oh.
And there, it was just really family and friends, and I was kind of getting bored of it. And somebody said, "Why don't you try a different platform?" So I tried Twitch, and I haven't gone back. I've been here for over 4.5 years.
Yeah, I really do feel like Twitch, as far as like the music community, has a cool edge on as far as the interactiveness than other platforms. I did some streaming on Facebook too. Yeah, that was a different. That was definitely a little bit of a different experience though. That was like a couple years back for me.
Yeah, well, it got me ready for Twitch, really. Because before streaming, I would just play a song, and I was always like a closet player, so I would never play in front of anybody. And streaming and Facebook kind of got me used to trying to interact with people as I'm playing as well. So it really just prepped me for Twitch. So
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And so, like, there is something about like sharing your music with people that does make it more real, and like it's the exciting. There's a more of an exciting experience to that for sure. It keeps me motivated a lot of the times, like the excitement of being able to share my content with people who actually care. That's really cool. That's a cool thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Because I think if it wasn't for Twitch, I wouldn't be writing as much as I have been. And like before Twitch, I only had like 3 or 4 originals, and I've been writing for a long time, but they were just, one song every 3 years sort of thing. So, Twitch and all my community that comes on all the time basically has supported me so much that I've just been able to, freely write something and not really be afraid that people are going to say bad things about it. So,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think that that's important to have is like good feedback, like honest feedback, but at the same time, like people who are not going to just cut you down and like make you feel like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think to be a good artist, like you have to have that ability to let down your guard, and this is a great place to do it. To let down your guard. So so we got your 2 truths and a lie here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read them off. So here it is. Mike says, I've been a drummer for a rock band or a punk band and a heavy metal band. So all those, right? Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Every one of them.
And then I've always dreamed of being a singer in a band. Cool. And then I can personally build you a house from start to finish. Dang, that's intense.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So one of those is a lie. Feel free to guess in chat. You can always guess.
Some of the people in chat right now are my best friends, so
they
they would
probably
actually know the real answers. But
Yeah. All right, so my guess is that you've been a drummer for all those different types of bands.
You think that's a lie?
Is that a lie?
No, sir.
No?
I've been in 5 different bands. One of them was like a rock band, one of them was a punk band, and one of them was a heavy metal band. And then I was the lead like guitar player basically for another band. So yeah, I've been in 5 different bands, played drums for almost all of them. So yeah.
Oh, you probably sang for a band too. This is probably the second one. Always dreamt of being a singer in a band. Have you? Is that the one?
That's the lie. That's the lie. I
can't
never, growing up doing music, I was always shy of being a singer. So it was never something that was in the back of my mind, oh, someday I'm going to sing for a band, It just wasn't there. I always wanted to be the drummer. I wanted to be behind the scenes,
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
What made you get into Twitch then?
It was actually a guy that's in my chat right now, in the chat, and his name's Matt Brander. He's my best friend, and he always said, you got a good voice and you can play guitar. You should be doing this live on the internet for people. And he talked about it for probably a couple of years before I finally started doing it. So
That's
you go.
so awesome, dude.
Yeah.
We all need people like that in our lives, encouraging us,
Yeah, but I can build you a house, Johnny.
That's what I was gonna ask you about. Like, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like,
Yeah, I know most people wouldn't. See, I went to school for it. I'm a licensed carpenter, and I can train people to be carpenters. So I can indenture people, and I can sign off for them so that they can get their, we call it a block system. So there's like 4 different blocks you need to get, and then you got to write your final exam. Anyways, I train people to do that sort of stuff. It's really hard work. Construction work is hard, but it was fun when I was younger. I'm starting to get to the point where I don't really want to do it that much anymore, but I'm still doing it, and it's a really good living. And I've been given plans for a house before, and I've built I don't know, probably about 25 houses right from scratch. Yeah.
Wow.
But I am 43, so,
That is a cool flex, though. That is a very, very cool flex.
Yeah, it is. It's really neat. I love the fact that I can do it. I just don't really want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. It's because of the amount of work that it is. It'd be cool to be like living in a house and be like, I built this house.
Yeah, man.
That floor you're standing on, I built that floor.
Yeah, like I was a foreman for building like a $4 million house before, so.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So music, building houses, you got a lot of stuff going on.
I do. I got a young family with 2 kids. So yeah.
Wow. Thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for inviting me, man.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we'll bring you back on for a song.
Cool.
All right, next we have Manda Music. I was super excited to have her come on. She sings beautifully, writes beautifully. I very, very much love just harmonically the things that you do with your songs, like as far as the piano. I could tell that you've had some training. Can you just talk about a little bit about your musical journey and just everything that's been happening with you?
Sure. I kind of
welcome
into it.
First of all.
No, thank you. I somehow stumbled my way onto another person's stream. I've been dreaming about this for months. Then I get this text that something's going on, and I didn't know what it was, and I was like, put me on there. I want to be on here. So, I just liked music. I listened to it a lot. I was not into singers. I was like, I have no interest. And then, what was it? About 13 years old, I started taking piano lessons. Like, I played by ear. So then being told, don't write. Don't do that writing thing you're doing. Just do what I tell you. Play it right. I'm like, my hands aren't big enough for that. Like, I can't. These scales and stuff. So I was like, I think I'm gonna do things my own way. It's the story of my life. And eventually I fell into songwriting. Like, I used to think I couldn't do it because my skills aren't piano. Like, they weren't great. All of one
That's
day,
hard to believe. That's hard to believe.
I can prove it. I could only play triads, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just like this 1 6 4 5 1. I'm like, this does not fill my soul with joy when I play these chords. And one day I thought, can I try just for once to do a full octave, because my hands do not reach an octave naturally. It's hard. And so I hit a 7, and I did a 7th chord, right? You'll hear that a lot in my music. And then it changed my life forever. But I still had to go to school for classical voice. So 4 years of classical voice because I didn't want to do it. I wasn't into opera. But one thing that dawned on me, I was writing songs I could not sing. Like, I physically
I relate
couldn't.
to that.
And then just the more I played, I realized, oh my god, I'm like unintentionally practicing, but I'm enjoying it. What? So yeah, I somehow accidentally, like, I'm self-taught piano, classically trained in voice, and I try to combine the two. And then have these weird, like, Disney-esque sounding songs, and then here we are.
I love it. So what age did you start, like, singing and playing? Like, how early along was that?
I always liked piano. Like, I just kept going towards them, like... like, if I was an irresponsible child walking towards, like, a hot pan, it's like, please don't touch it. Because it wasn't going to sound good if I put my hand on it, but I was going to do it. And eventually, I was messing around, and I started playing the theme from Up. Just like one note at a time. I saw this book and I was like, I'll teach myself piano at age 11 or 12. And I got overwhelmed because I was like, there is one note called C. Why is it saying there's so many more? I'm like, I don't understand. The piano would only be like, 7 notes long?
That's
my
crazy.
logic. But yeah, I started at that point, and then 13 was when I started singing because I was just like, I should get some lessons to join the high school choir, because honestly, I didn't know if I could sing or not. Just thought I'd give it a try, and now
And now look at me.
Yeah, now you're singing all the time for lots of people on the internet, which is crazy, right?
It's true. I had to get pushed into that. I was like, you know what? Because I'm 24 and yet I was acting like a baby about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, maybe I should just put all my songs in a vault and me and then just shut the door. I'm like, no, I don't need it. I made so many excuses for like a year, like, no one's gonna watch that.
I'm
I don't know
100%
what
the
I'm
same
doing.
way.
I saw that plushie comment. I have so many because like I have nothing to decorate this room with, but I have an addiction to stuffed animals, so you make it work.
Yeah, I love the stuffed animals. Like, do each of them like have a? It looks like you're the one that's good at claw machines. That's what.
I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm just bad at telling myself no. I think.
I feel it.
Some
I
of
feel
them. Well, this one became like a stream mascot for no reason. A lot of them have names that I just come up with on the spot. Where's the? They're asking for my manager. This just shows how childish I am. This guy manages a stream. If you have any complaints, Johnny, use this. It's great.
Okay.
Because people will be like, oh my god, I'll just complain to the stuffed animal, and I won't complain to you at all. Like, fail safe. Or they just think
I love
you're
it.
crazy. Yeah.
So I have your two truths and a lie here.
Yeah,
let's do
okay.
it.
I realized, you know what's good about being last? You watch everybody else go, and you're like, so that's how that works. So yeah, let's see. These should be easy.
Okay.
It should be really easy.
I write a fantasy book series.
I do.
I'm exactly 5 feet tall. And the
That's
last
right.
one is, I didn't start songwriting until I was 17.
That's also they're all true actually. No. Yeah, the songwriting thing came late for me. I don't know. You'd think it was like I am if I am this passionate musician,
So it's
wouldn't I
not
have
that
been
one.
doing all these things?
That's true.
Is it?
The song, the
Or am I
seventh.
just gaslighting you?
You might. Oh yeah. That's
You
right.
don't know. You
Oh,
don't know.
oh yeah, that's right.
I'm
I
just
asked you
gonna
that
explain
earlier.
myself, and you're gonna have to be like,
Okay. Here, I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess. Are you really? You can't just be 5 feet tall. Are you 5 feet tall? I don't believe that.
you got me. I knew it. I was like, I couldn't come up
That's
with
not
anything.
right.
Yeah, because I'm 4'11". Like it's even worse.
Oh.
From bad
yes.
to worse, right? You're like, oh my god, she's even shorter. I'm gonna unsubscribe and not watch this stream anymore. Like, I was like, oops, I made the mistake of.
Listen, if
being
people are
genetically
unsubscribing
dispositioned.
from your channel because you're too short, you don't want them on your stream anyway.
They're like, oh my god, she's like, oh no, this Hobbit channel, I've got to get out of here. Yeah, I was like, I wonder. I realized saying that, I'm like, and how many people know that the short thing is like, oh, you're vertically challenged? Like that's a constant joke, and I realized, oh god, should I have written that? Oh well, everybody else came up with clever stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna write the stuff I've already told everyone. Well,
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
Well, I guessed the wrong direction. So, like, I guessed it correctly, but I thought you were taller than 5 feet. So,
It still got me. See, it still proves a point.
yeah, I guess I count it. Count it.
Exactly.
Count it. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, Amanda. I can't wait to
Thank
hear
you,
your
Johnny.
songs. It's gonna be awesome. All right.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So now let's bring everybody on. Just say hi. And we're going to talk about our order of stream here. So I'm going to perform first. I'm going to take the plunge, if you will.
Thank you, Johnny.
No problem. I'm here for you guys. Let's go.
Appreciate you.
But I'm going to let you guys guess my 2 truths and a lie as well, okay?
Ah.
All right, here we go. All right. Before I go, I've been sick 8 times this year with 3 hospital visits.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I can do 25 pull-ups,
Yeah.
It's more than I.
and I've been playing guitar for 23 years.
Have you lived this too long?
I feel
I
like
think
25
somebody else
is
was
too
sick.
specific.
You've been streaming too much, Johnny. I'm gonna say it
I
wasn't
hope
you
you
who was
haven't been
sick.
sick 8 times. That's
But-
too much.
But actually,
You think it's a
I don't
sick
know.
thing?
I don't know
I hope.
because I know that you get stressed out.
I do get stressed out. But I have been sick eight times this year.
I'm sorry.
I have been sick 8 times this year. It's crazy. With 3
The
hospitals.
winter is barely there.
Yeah. Like, no, I started working as a hygienist, so I got sick a bunch. Yeah, that's what happened. So.
Times
Yeah.
to the hospital.
So the real lie is I can't do 25 pull-ups.
Well, are we
can't do
talking
it.
underhand or
I feel like
overhand?
25 was just too
54?
specific of a number. You're like, you hit
Too spec-
24 and you're done.
I should. Oh man, maybe I should have made a little. I could do
I don't know.
23 or something like that. That would have. It's too round of a number.
It is.
Your push-ups, but you're doing 50 push-ups, you know. So I'm like, he's got the upper body strength. I'm thinking, if you're doing the underhand, you get to utilize those biceps of yours. I see.
Oh.
I believe in you. So what is the number for the pull-ups then?
Yeah, I could do like 10 pull-ups, but I'm training.
Still more than I.
Thanks. I take pride in how many pull-ups I can do.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Great for you. Yeah.
All right. So I'll go first. Up next is Maddie. Then we're gonna have Bri and Tay, and then after Bri and Tay, we're gonna have Mimi. And after Mimi goes, we'll have Mike go, and then we'll do Amanda. Does that sound like a plan to everybody? All right. Does everybody have their first songs ready and stuff? Well, you got my whole song to go, so I don't have mine ready yet. But no, I do. I know what I'm playing. Come on, guys. We're good. All right. All right. So I wrote this song actually right after New Tunes Showcase. The first time I did it. It's a song about anxiety. I struggle with anxiety a crap ton. It's really annoying. So a lot of my music and content has that as a part of it. This song's called Primal Side. I have to actually type it in here because I don't remember the lyrics. All right, here we go. My hands are shaking. I can't seem to stop them. About to burst. Pressure in the bottle. My thoughts are bleeding. Through the vibes I'm sharing. Filter. I'm sorry if I hurt ya. Fight or flight, you'll see my primal side. I'm seeing red, I can't control it. I can't control it. Do or do, 'cause I don't choose to die. I'm trapped inside without an exit. There is no exit. My brain is burning. I hate anticipation. The fire's raging. Burning through my patience. Fight or flight, you'll see my primal side. I'm seeing red, I can't control it. I can't control it. Do or do, I don't choose to die. I'm trapped inside, there is no exit. Without an exit. Ooh, ooh.
Oh. Oh. Fight or flight, you'll see my primal side. I'm seeing red, I can't control it. I can't control it. Do or do, 'cause I don't choose to die. I'm trapped inside without an exit. There is no exit.
Let's go. First song down, right?
That was awesome, Johnny.
That was killer, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you know the comparisons you draw all the time with your percussive playing. And one of the first things Tay said was like, "Oh yeah, just like Ed Sheeran." How many times have you heard that, Johnny? Added to the counter.
Yeah,
Added to the counter.
I do
Wow
get
in a
lots
song.
of like the Ed Sheeran thing because I like to loop too. So he does the looper thing. So, and I feel like the melodies that come to my head a lot of times are very pop in nature. So I don't think that's a thing I can turn off very easily. I just
Right.
can make them less like that.
Yeah, we've got affinity
You
to
know.
certain styles we're drawn to. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's like also I think it's just what helps with that too is broadening musical palette a little bit and listening to more music. But yeah,
That's what streaming's great for.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
People recommending songs all the time.
Oh, definitely. Like that Zach Bryan song. I
Yeah.
forget what that's. Yeah,
I remember everything.
I
Yeah,
remember
that-
everything.
oh,
That song's so good.
Yeah.
I've listened to like a lot of different like country songs lately because I've had some country gigs. So I find that coming out in my writing too.
All right, Johnny.
Yeah.
So
new
like,
song
I'm not
is
like
gonna be a little bit
I'm not like
country,
a
huh?
big country fan, but like it's just works.
A little
Works,
like
yeah.
twangy inspiration thrown in
Exactly.
there.
Yeah.
I love
for
it.
sure. Definitely. But yeah. So that song I wrote. It's about a year old now. So it's good stuff. So.
Heck yeah, and remind me, what was the prompt one more time? Was it primal or?
This wasn't actually one for a New Tune Showcase. It was around the
Oh.
time of New Tune Showcase. So I was like
okay.
writing like tons of songs. There was the one. What did I write? It was That's the Catch. Was the actual
Okay.
prompt. But it was like sometimes I write songs in pairs.
Heck yeah, I love
Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
do
know.
that pretty frequently. It's like part 1 and part 2 for me. Sometimes it like spills over.
Oh yeah, that was like this for this.
Oh,
song.
heck yeah. I
Um,
love that.
And it's like almost when I think about the songs, it comes in a pair. Like
Yeah.
you know, yeah, they're kind of
Yeah,
the same.
I dig that.
Yeah.
Play them at the same time together.
Yeah.
Medley. Medley.
Mix up, yeah. Mash
Let's
up,
go.
whatever.
Mashup. Johnny Hall mashup. Johnny Hall doing a Johnny Hall mashup. Yeah.
Hey, it's working for T Swifty right now.
Yeah.
So.
There you go. If it works for her, that means it will work for me.
Obviously.
Obviously. All right. Cool. So enough about my song. Let's get to the next song. We got Maddie coming up. Feel free to like describe your song beforehand or afterwards, however you
Yeah.
feel, and we can talk about it afterwards. So thanks.
Yeah. Hi. So I'm gonna play the tune that I did write for my not mine, but the New Tune Showcase that I was asked to be a part of in April, and the prompt I misunderstood. The prompt originally was casting shadows, and for some reason that day I read chasing shadows. So I ended up writing my song about that. It was a little bit of a gaffe on my part. But I similarly struggle with anxiety, especially around seasonal changes. And so I wrote this song kind of about, coming out of like a little bit of a depression. And coming into, I'm like a summer child, so the sun comes back and my happy comes back a little bit too. So this song is called Getting Easy. I hope you enjoy it. Getting easy.
just wanna sit in the hurt. Not to romanticize, but what if it's what I deserve? No tears in my eyes, 'cause I've been here and done this before. I've given all my fight
Messed up a little bit there on the bridge, but I was reading chat. Don't call me out about it. Dang, guys.
You ever accidentally sing chat?
I have accidentally sung chat. I have accidentally read like I'll make notes sometimes and then I'll read them out loud and I'll be like, wow, I just ruined something that I myself have planned, you know.
I loved that song. Holy moly.
Thank you.
The melody
Thank
was
you.
so nice. It had like
appreciate
that nostalgic type feel that I get sometimes when I listen to music that I feel like a lot of people get addicted to. It's kind of cool. Yeah, definitely it has that. So I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it looks really cathartic when you play. Like I see you like, I love when it genuinely looks like somebody's enjoying playing the song and embracing every part of the message.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope it looks like you're feeling it all the way through. So
Thank you.
It's really cool to watch because
I
I love
also-
singing the same way.
Oh yeah, I have to close my eyes though, because otherwise I will compulsively read chat, and then just like I don't know what it is about my brain that makes it to where I want to read chat and sing and play the guitar at the same time. But I
know
do.
what it is you just got to get less good at reading.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Just
That's
yeah,
what
we
I
need to
do.
get
I do need reading
community over
glasses
here.
soon
Just
too,
have
so
everything in
that's.
French, and then we won't.
Oh yeah,
we won't be
language
able to
change. I
read
didn't
as
even think about that.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah.
So you wrote that song for a New Tune Showcase I saw in the
I
chat?
did, yeah.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What was the name of the song again?
The
song
name of the
prompt?
song is "Getting Easy."
Getting Easy.
Yeah, and it's a reference when I was in college. I think a lot of like one of the coolest things about art is that like, you know, nothing is created, nothing is destroyed, everything is reimagined. And so there was a song that one of my friends like recommended to me when I was in college, and it's called "It's Getting Easy" by Deer in the Headlights, and that was a song that like got me through some moments. And so when I was coming up with like, you know, the bridge, I was like, God, I wish I could say it's getting easy.
Yeah,
And that's where it came from. So
definitely. You ever hear the folk songwriting process where it's like you write a final verse to a song you like and then change the melody to the verse, and then you can use that to start something new. It's a pretty
No.
cool idea.
Heck yeah.
Big Bill Hendo was the one who told me about that whole process, but it's a really cool thing. Like, it just reminded me of that. Actually, I was having a conversation with my daughter about that same topic. It's like things aren't really created. We can't like create things. We can only reimagine them.
Yeah.
Which is so freaking true. Holy moly! Like the more I think about it, like if you really put some thought into it, the way like an idea for a song dawns on me. Right, and then I want to record it. Like I have to have some way to record that idea, so that when I sit down to write, I have something to work on. But I can't just sit down and just create nothing, like something out of nothing. You know.
Fair.
Yeah. You know. Does that make sense? I have to have
Yeah.
some like material that I have to start to work with.
Yeah, something
yeah.
some kind of like reference or whatever. A lot of my stuff comes from like stupid stuff that I say or stupid stuff that my friends say. Like my boyfriend will walk around the house, I'll just be like ranting or something, and he'll just go lyrics, and he's like, the moment he says lyrics, I know I have to write it down because it's something stupid that I said that will ultimately come back and be put in a song.
Yeah, I love it. That's perfect. I gotta get a lyrics person.
Oh,
Some
bruh, yeah, I
lyrics
highly
on.
recommend it. Highly recommend it, and then just fill that notes app up. You know, when it comes time to write, you just kind of cherry pick and.
I gotta
put
train
everything
someone
together.
up.
Oh yeah.
How
That's
many
what I got.
originals
That's
do
what
you
it
have,
is.
Maddie?
I play about 30 on stream, but I have a lot. There's some kind of like lost, and I have a tendency to move. I've moved like every 3 years or so in the last 10, and so there's some that are lost to, you know, the
Lost to the move.
boxes of
Sands of
books that
time.
are in my attic right now. Yeah.
Boxes.
There's a whole song there
Yeah.
about boxes
Again,
of lyrics.
Stupid stuff that I say, you know.
Ode
just
to
write it down.
Ode to Lost Songs.
Ode to
Absolutely.
Lost Songs. That's a great idea for.
Another new tune showcase.
I'm hosting the
it.
next New Tune
Prompt?
Showcase in December.
Ooh.
That's not a bad idea. That's a good idea. No, I really like that because there's like layers to that, you know? Like you can
Yeah.
really pick it apart, you know?
Yeah, that's
Great.
sick.
Ah, that's awesome.
Don't even
Thank
get
you
us
for sharing.
started on the whole recorded history of music and how much has been lost that way.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So yeah, like when did sound recording start? Like 17? Oh no, it was like 1870. I think was the first sound recordings, right? Or 17 something. I forget. We've only had sound recording for like 200 years. How much music was around before the written music even?
Yeah.
You know? Only a certain amount of people could write down like what their ideas were. So there's probably tons of music that got lost to time.
Well, it's cool. Like that's how you get, like folk songs that sound like, there's similar melodies or like different lyrics, like geographically, because that was our, it was the storytelling. That's how we took down notes for everything before we could record it.
Yeah. And it's like the idea of putting stories to song. Yeah, I love it.
So
Well, thank you for
cool.
sharing. That was an awesome song.
Thank you.
Cool. All right, who is next? What got a Bri next?
Bri.
Let's go, Bri.
It's me.
All right, so Bri,
All right,
you know the
Tay.
drill. You could share or you share afterwards. It's up to you, man.
I'll
You got the
share a
floor.
little bit before. So this song is really cool. I believe I also wrote it for a new tune showcase. Don't ask me to remember what the prompt was, but it honestly could have just been something more. I don't know. Say, step into the light. You're a little dark. Okay. I actually wrote this song with my sister in mind, so it was really special. I feel like a lot of times Tay has struggled just with her self-perception. She'll say all the time in passing, like, I'm sorry, I've been a disappointment with how my life has gone. And I think that's totally false, almost in every way. She's a mom to 3 beautiful kids, and it may not, and she was in school for a long time, incredibly smart, and maybe she didn't always know exactly what she wanted to do. And it's just in no way a disappointment or anything. Like, she's always been something more, something bigger than this. And she was a big reason why I wanted to move back here, because I had to just sing and share her voice with her. So I'm absolutely I'm so blown away that I was able to play this for her last Christmas, and then she's agreed to sing with me today. So this is called Something More, and I wrote this with Tay in mind. But honestly, anybody who's really struggling with just thoughts that you're not enough, that even if things haven't gone the way that you planned, like, there's so much that you've gained from all the experiences you've been through. The perspective that you have now is unbelievable. And honestly, there's so much magic. And just sitting here next to your brother on stream, Tay, I'm so proud of you. Woohoo! It's half the battle. Let's do this. This is Something More. You get so angry with yourself. This is not the life you held when you were 15 and the world spun by your side. You're wearing masks.
You're wearing thin. I've heard you broken down again. The hurt you carry, you can't bury on your own.
If you can't see this through, I will help shelter you. Is there something more? Yes, you're something more. Why do I do this to barely make it through? So much is left in store. Oh yeah, there's magic too. It's on its way to you. It's on its way to you. Just show up at the door. What else you waiting for? Autumn leaves, they fall, and then spring will bring new life again. Life's a cycle, not a trend. You change the locks, you lose the key. You change yourself, change what you see. But nothing's working, you can't take it anymore. Yes, you're something more. Why do I do this to barely make it through? So much is left in store. Oh yeah, there's magic too. It's on its way to you. It's on its way to you. Just show up at the door. Else you waiting for. Day will come, the night will end. You will learn to laugh again. Tend the garden of your heart and hold my hand. A place to start, a place to stand and make your mark. You're not alone in this no more. Just keep the faith in what you do. The universe believes in you. You're not alone no more. If you can see this through, I will help shelter you. Is there something more? Yes, what's something more? Why do I do this to barely make it through? So much is left in store. Oh yeah, there's magic too. It's on its way to you. It's on its way to you. Just show up at the door. Else you waiting for. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so damn proud of you. You're not alone no more. I know this for sure.
Oh, that's a special one.
Stellar.
Yo, that was amazing. There's something about siblings singing together that like just works, you know. I think it has to do with like vocal inflection, since you like grew up together. A lot of times, like the way you sing things is similar, and it just comes out so unique and cool. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Also, welcome Raiders. Thank you, Primordial Sound, for the raid.
Primo, Andy,
how are you?
Welcome in.
Good to see you. Everybody go follow Andy. I can't speak correctly. I try to say primordial. I struggle.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. Words be hard. But yeah, I love the song. Can you tell us a little bit about the song? Like, where did it start? What?
Yeah. Well,
the
it
story is
seriously
behind
was
it?
just looking to. I write a lot of my songs, trying to put myself in perspective of others. Usually, I think I spend a lot of my time. I don't know. I feel like my own self-direction is so composed around my environment and the people that I surround myself with. So I really care about those people, and you know, I see when Tay's hurting and when she's far away, and you know, being 1,100 miles away was very difficult because we lived together, you know, the 24 years before that. So yeah, it was just something about that, and wanted to let her know that you know, things may not have worked out the way that you wanted so far, but there's so much life left. Tay, and your kids. She's already got Luke, who's singing along. He comes over and strums the guitar every time I try to play. So I'm like, I just know it's gonna continue as well. But yeah, 100%.
awesome.
Just wanting to write an uplifting song, letting her know that you know, your journey's not over. It never is. The lifelong learning never stops. Our perspective, our experiences, whether it's a failure or success, we learn more from the failure because we don't want to do it again. So honestly, just the more experience and perspective that you have just lets you tackle things in a completely new way. And I don't think if she was a mom to 3 that she would be able to she manages so much in her day-to-day life that it's superhuman, you know. And I think she doesn't see from the other side how strong she really is. So
Yeah, so it's a kind of born out of like empathy.
Yeah.
I like the melody of the chorus. That was really cool. The da 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 on its way to you. It has like a
Yeah.
really cool like I don't know. It's a very very catchy part of the melody. A lot of the times what I do is like I try to pick something I like out about a song and then
Right.
deconstruct it. Like okay, what was it about that, and how can I implement that in my songwriting? So that's
Yeah.
what my immediate thought was like how can I deconstruct that particular part of the song that was
Well,
like that hook part
I'll,
of the song.
I'll tell you how it changed. I used to play, like, as I got more comfortable with the song and how I wanted to sing it and just put more behind it. I used to sing it a lot more straightforward and through and not have these pauses in the middle of lines or kind of change the inflection. But honestly, as I started to feel the lines more, there's very specific words that I want to emphasize. There's things I want to yell louder than other parts. And so this song was not the same as when I first performed it because that was a lot more straightforward and reserved. But as it's become something I've been able to just feel every time because I'm not just thinking about how it goes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just taking a life like that. Like we've written a song together.
Yeah.
Now, Johnny, and letting it marinate and feeling certain lines, how you want to put an inflection on it. I'm always a fan of that.
Yeah.
I don't care if it makes it hard to learn a song, but I'm gonna put a different inflection on lines throughout, just because that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree with that general take of like letting things marinate. I struggle to know when a song is done. Personally, I go too much through the editing process, I think. So I'm trying to always balance that side of my songwriting out. It's like when is enough editing enough? What needs to be edited versus what doesn't need to be edited. I feel like there's so much like self-reflection in the songwriting process sometimes for me that it can paralyze you. So like yeah, I've had times in the past where I've had writer's block just because I haven't been able to shut off that like judgmental side of my brain enough to like allow the creativity to flow without judging anything that I was doing,
Right.
kind of like stifled my creativity during that time. So yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know
let
if
it
that
all out,
resonates
Johnny.
with anybody, but yeah.
I feel it.
You feel it? Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah. 30 songs on your lit, Maddie. Like that's a lot.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, I've gotten. I think I have like I don't even know, like 12 maybe.
I need to work on getting some stuff produced. But Brian Tay, I wanted to say I loved like how the lyrics kind of grew, like how like talking to your subject. It was kind of like as the song went on, like it started on more of an individual level and then it came to be like the community level, and then like at the end you said the line, the universe believes in you, and I absolutely like love how it kind of felt like just a swelling of like reassurance and understanding through like the expression of your song, the lyrics and the music combined. So I had to say, like, I was sitting here just like jamming, and I love your relationship. I love that you guys, I wish I could get my brother on screen with me, And so yeah, I just absolutely adored like that concept. That was, I don't know if that was an intentional, the building, but I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah. I like that part of it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Very
emotions.
Real emotions.
Yeah. I start off with the just letting her know that like I understand the context and where she was coming from. It's like me
Yeah.
sitting down with her, like to have a talk, be like, "Hey Tay, how are you doing?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?" And then as I'm building her up, we start dancing and cheering toward the universe, saying, "Here we go, Tay, we got this." Like
I love
seriously,
it.
this is half the battle. Showing up and playing music together.
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah.
much growth that just comes from that. So, yeah,
Well,
thank you
I
for
just-
recognizing that.
I thought it was so tender and so full of love in so many ways.
I agree. That's so awesome. And I definitely think like the whole songwriting process, like involving maybe Tay in that in the future. Like I don't know if that's part of the plan. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely.
We need her to be able to stay up past 9 p.m. We've tried to like practice these songs probably about 4 nights this week, And 3 out of
Yeah.
the 4 nights is just like, oh, fell asleep again.
Yeah,
But
I feel
I mean,
that.
her days are a lot more
I have
full
a
than mine.
4-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 6-month-old.
Oh, then
Wow.
you are excused. Yeah.
Yeah,
You are excused.
You don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
You're
I
good.
should learn them for you.
Honestly, 9 o'clock is late for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's super late. Yeah, I have 4 kids myself. Like I just had a kid on the leap day. So wow. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Thanks.
On the leap day. So yeah, I still say the leap day. People are like, was that this year? Yeah, it was this year.
Yeah, 2024.
2024. Yeah. So yeah, I relate. Finding quiet time to be able to write music is not easy. Not easy. It's definitely something you have to schedule, for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
So Irene's reminding me real fast. We do have a goal for this stream. Our goal is to get Irene to write us a song. She's gonna write us a song called Small Talk. She will do it in a very short amount of time. That's amazing that she would take
During
this
the show,
song.
right?
Like, how do we get Irene to do this? We have to be able to she said $50 per streamer. I'm not a math guy. I don't know how much. It's hundreds of dollars that we need.
6 times 5 and then add the 0 at the end. So just take 30, 300. There you go. Easy. You got it. You got it, Johnny. Big numbers, you just
It's at
make 'em
least
smaller.
$300 that
Small math talk, and then you just add your zeros, okay?
at least $300 we need to get Irene to write a song. So
Yeah.
if you would like to donate to
we
songwriters,
at?
it's a good thing to do. Support musicians on Twitch. And with that said, we're going to bring on our next musician, which is who?
Yeah, who's following me?
I think it's.
Is it Mimi or Mike?
Is
I think it's.
it Mimi?
I think it's Mimi.
I don't have my thing pulled up correctly here. Yep, it's
Yeah.
Mimi. We'll have Mimi come in, play us a song.
Okay.
Welcome in, welcome in. So you know the drill. You can introduce your song, or we could talk about it afterwards. It's up to you. You got the floor.
Yeah, so I had trouble to figure out which songs to sing, but I'm gonna sing a song called Just a Dream because I know, I mean, people often ask for this song, so I guess maybe y'all like it too, I don't know. It's about, what is it about? It's a bit like when you're far away from somebody, you can really see them, so you kind of lost in your thoughts. Something like that, I guess. I'll let you listen and figure out, I guess. All the little pictures, like a movie in my head. I think of you, but you're not there, so I close my eyes instead. over me. Worthy to a soul, worthy to our, worthy just a dream, worthy just a dream. In my dreams I see you. Don't feel alone, I'm thinking of you. I see a shadow, could it be you? Yeah, yeah. All the little pictures, like a movie in my head. I think of you, but you're not there. So I close my eyes instead. I close my eyes instead. I close my eyes instead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yay! Woo! I loved it. I loved it. Amazing melody, really beautiful lyrics. When did you write that song? Like how what was the story? Is there any story behind the song?
It's been a while, but it was a bit of, sorry. It was a bit of like long distance relationship kind of stuff, like when you don't see people. But I think it can work for anyone that you don't really see often, or you've never seen actually. There's a lot of like dreaming, like imagining and describing.
Like feeling like the shadows there.
Yeah,
I
like
that was part of
being
the lyrics.
outside and you have the rain falling down. I don't know.
Yeah. Sad songs are better. That's what I say. Yeah. Sad songs really are better.
I don't
yeah.
feel like it's a sad song. It's like in
I felt
between. Like
It
you
was
can
so dreamy. It was just
Yeah.
dreamy. It
Gotcha.
was like I could imagine like listening to it standing on a hillside at sunset, you know, with the wind blowing through my hair.
Yeah.
You know, thinking
wasn't
about
in
the
a
person
sad
that I
key.
loved.
Yeah.
Right. It's very soundtracky. Like it
Mhm,
could
yeah.
be the soundtrack to some memories, a relationship, or anything like that. But,
Yeah.
the thing I really picked out was just all the things that I'm not good at doing in a song. You do the dynamicism, the variations in the guitar and how you're playing it, just within the same chords. Also, vocalizations, like you have yeahs, you have oohs, you've got all this stuff in here. I'm like, when do I add yeahs or oohs? But a dream is the perfect time to do it.
Right, well,
and
you know what to do in your next song.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I'm gonna
Using
rewrite my
Gauntlet
song.
thrown down.
Yeah, you're
Kool-Aid
right. Thank
Man
you,
song.
Mimi.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for the comments. I like because I'm very shy about sharing my things, and like for the longest time I didn't really consider me as a songwriter. But I mean, if you write song, you're a songwriter. If you
Count
wrote
it, right?
even one.
Yeah. Yeah. I love your guitar too. Like I have a similar one. We were saying I
Yes,
mentioned
Mini
that.
Taylor.
The GS Mini. Yeah. Yeah. Those are my favorite guitars. I love them. I love them.
Same.
I love them so much. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing. That was awesome. Looking forward to hearing more. All right, so we got Mike up next. And yeah, so Mike, you got the floor. If you want to tell us a little bit about the song or play it first, it's up to you.
Sure. All right, well, just a couple little things. During the sound check, I guess I never clued in that I was on this song here. I might put a little bit of a grunge taste to it, so there'll be a tiny bit of distortion. So hopefully it sounds okay. But anyways, I'll tell you guys the story behind the song. I wrote it about 5 years ago, and it's kind of a downer song. It's about my best friend. He was going through some really hard times, and he still is, living out on the streets and addicted to many things. And a way for me to deal with that stuff that's going on is to write some music about it. So I wrote a few songs about him, and I hope he comes through someday and comes knocking on my door again. But yeah, so this song is called I Tried, and I wrote it in 2019. Just after one of the last times that I've ever seen him. I've only seen him a couple times since then. So yeah, it's a really meaningful song, and I thought it was a good introduction to anybody that doesn't know who I am. I write some good old grunge slash rock music, and sometimes it's a little folky, but yeah, this is a Mike's Here original called I Tried. I tried over and over again. I don't know how to help you again. You haven't tried to help yourself this time. So I'm tired of trying over again, over again. You don't belong there. You don't belong here. You don't have to stay there, but you can't stay here anymore. So you try to rearrange your mind. I don't know how you think this is right. You haven't tried hard enough for yourself. So I'm tired of trying over again, over again. You don't belong there. You don't belong here. You don't have to stay there, but you can't stay here anymore. So I tried over again. I don't know how to help you again. You haven't tried to help yourself this time. So I'm tired of trying over again, over again. You don't belong there, and you don't belong here. You don't have to stay there, but you can't stay here anymore.
Yo, that was awesome, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's so cool. Yeah, that was cool. The distortion that you used on your acoustic there. It sounded great.
Love
Yeah.
the distortion on
Yeah.
the acoustic.
Yeah, I
Definitely
tend to
had-
do that. A lot of my originals actually do have that in them. It's just because, like I was telling you guys earlier, I used to play in punk bands and grunge bands, so you know a lot of my writing has to do with some rock music. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I could hear the influences. It's like a lot of the stuff I listened to when I was younger. I was big into a lot of those types of bands, so loved it. So,
Awesome.
can you tell us a little bit about the story of the song? Like, you said a little bit about your brother, right?
It's my best friend, and so he actually, I consider him my brother because so my mom and his mom were best friends. They found each other in high school, and they were best friends. And then when he was born, I was actually at the hospital. I was just a little baby, but he's only about, I think, a year younger than me, so I was about a year old. I was at the hospital when he was born, and so we kind of grew up together. And then he got into, some things that he shouldn't have been getting into, and I came out of all that, and my life has been good, but he went further and further down the road, and he's been living on the streets for probably about 7 years now, moving from like city to city, and
That's hard.
it's really hard for me to deal with, and his family as well. So his mom and dad kind of let me know every so often what's going on and all that stuff, and it's for anything good. So writing music really helps me deal with issues like that. So yeah.
I actually have a similar situation with my brother. He's he was a great musician actually growing up. Really good kid. Played French horn. Really did a good job with it too. Like he was accepted into New England Conservatory, and instead of going, like he just decided to take a year off and kind of got into that lifestyle of just not doing much good for his life. And now it's like how many years later? Like a long time later. Yeah, he's the same situation, similar. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but again, a lot of my songs, like I feel like songwriting tends to be that type of an outlet to where like you can express how you feel about. I have a whole song about my brother as well. That's my song Eastwood that I play. So yeah, I relate.
Yeah,
That's a great song that you play too. I love Eastwood. That's a fantastic song. I remember first finding your stream, Johnny, and just hearing that song. Just it's a great tune.
Thank you, man. As is that one. That one was awesome. So
Thanks.
thank you so much for sharing. Do you want to say something, Brian? I'm sorry. Cut you
No,
off.
you're fine. I always have something to say.
No, please do.
I love
Please
it.
do.
It's a very relatable feeling, and it's the perfect song to take in an angsty way, because feeling out of control, you can never help someone else, right? We can't do things for someone else or change their own perspective. So it can be an incredibly frustrating experience, especially when you did everything together from the time you were one. And growing up with this person, having them be a part of your life and not be able to follow the same path you did, even in the same, outside circumstances. You never know inside. Addiction is a absolutely beast of an animal, but it's the perfect outlet. The distortion, all of it, the long drawn out notes, and then followed by the frantic strumming. It really like boils down to the frustration that I know you feel in not only wanting to help him, but also being fed up with, like, I've tried over and over, this is not working, and you can tell that it's kind of like reached that point a little bit in the song, and you want it bad.
Definitely.
So,
Has he heard the song? That's a really good question.
Well, it's kind of weird. I'm not really 100% sure. I wrote it in the time frame, like he literally was living with me. He came off the streets, he came knocking on my door. We let him move in, tried to get him clean, and it just wasn't working. And then I had to drop him off in the streets again because he had nowhere else to go. And I wrote the song after that. And he knows I'm a musician. He knows about the Mike's Here whole idea. So if he wanted to look me up, he could totally look me up. And I know he could. And I know he knows who I am and my music. So he might have heard it, but he has never said anything, and he's kept quiet all these years. So I'm not really sure, but there is a chance that he's heard it before. So
That's interesting. I don't think my brother's heard my song about him. I don't want him to. I'd be embarrassed.
yeah.
But yeah, that has to do with like just I feel like I'm partially embarrassed to show any of my songs to anybody. But you know, you gotta just get over that crap. That's nothing,
Yeah.
right? All right. Anyway, thank you so much for sharing, Mike. Thank
Thanks,
you for being also honest, like emotionally. A lot of us relate to some of the crap you've been through, so I appreciate you, man. All right, let's do the caboose. Let's get to the caboose, Amanda.
All right. I guess I'm
All right,
the
you
odd
got the
one out.
floor.
I don't play guitar. That's what I'm about to do.
You're surrounded
This'll
by
be
guitar players.
I'm gonna torture you with a true acoustic experience. You getting blasted with a piano through this microphone. It doesn't sound just like oh my god, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love this.
Love it.
So, I'm starting with an old one. It's a song I wrote. Like I'd write songs and then it seemed like my subconscious was doing it. Like there was some kind of thing that I wasn't. Was I like paying attention to my lyrics? I didn't like this song when I wrote it. It was called Nova, and I have to analyze it now. I didn't. I just wasn't conscious about it. I thought, oh well, and I couldn't sing it at the time, and it became kind of touchy. I moved on from it. You know, I had this songwriting teacher I was close with for 1 year, and then he died of cancer, and so this was the last song he ever heard, and I was like, yep, that song's going far away. So I come back to it, and I come back to these lyrics about, I don't know, acceptance. Accepting myself is a real problem, and I tend to write songs that have a positive outlook because nothing positive ever happened to me. It felt like one nightmare over the next, so I started thinking, I have a choice. Am I going to see the good in things, or am I going to see the bad? So I became this very hopeful, optimistic person for a change. And so this song is kind of about, like, you're kind of lost in this darkness, right? But then all of a sudden, right at a lot of my songs have a twist at the end because I can't help it. Like there's some positive thing. Even if I write a really dark song, don't fret. There's only like 2 that don't resolve themselves. But yeah, it's applicable to me because this year has been hard. And so I thought this is a good one to play. So I'm gonna turn the piano all the way up, like the real you're gonna hear what my piano actually sounds like and be like, oh, good thing she uses Logic. All right, so pray for the best here. Here's Nova.
Somewhere past a vision's silver stars, and my eyes are glowing. All the reminiscence fades in the dark without knowing. In the midst of are just beginnings, rewound in time through the vastness in this small existence. Light a fire that will always last. Will I find my voice? Will anybody hear me? All I want is to belong and to be happy. Then there shines a light through clouds of gray above me. Something beautiful and bright. A star is born inside of
And there you have it. Oh my gosh.
That was beautiful.
That was
Thank
so
you.
good. I love it. That's what was the name of that one again?
Nova.
Nova. I love it. Yeah, your music definitely has a really cool sound. I could see it. Yeah, I could see it in movies. Like, I'm gonna be dead honest. Like,
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. Like, just quarterly, it works with your voice so well.
If everything
Definitely,
works out
definitely
just
so great.
maybe. Yeah, if someone's like, hey, I'd love to put your music in a movie, I would not say no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any movie makers out there?
Get that
want some
sync
music?
licensing deal, man. Absolutely.
I'm saying.
Tis the goal.
Yeah. It was a very, very beautifully sung, beautifully done. Definitely.
Your voice, your tone is so stunning.
Thank you,
Just
Maddie.
stellar.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's all that vocal training, right?
Yeah, I wrote that song, and the recording I did back then, because my phone is full of just voice memos and drafts of these things. I mean, this one, it just sounded like I was dying every time I sang it, because I couldn't sing low enough, and then I was squeaking when it was too high. And I'm like, I can't sing this song, but I'm not gonna change it. Like, I couldn't bring myself to betray this music. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna sing these songs until I get good. So 4 years later, I got good enough to sing it. And then
I love
went
that
out.
mindset. You're not the first streamer that I've ever interacted with that mindset where it's like, I'm gonna kind of set my goal a little bit higher than I think my skill level is at currently, and then reach that. I think that's so flippin' cool, because I'm not that kind of person. I shy away from
Yeah, me
certain
too.
stuff that I'm not immediately good at, and I think that that dedication to yourself and your craft is so cool and so admirable.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I got heart eyes emoji over here for you. I don't know.
I was taking these rigorous voice lessons where, you know, it's a miracle if you didn't cry at the end of every day. And I'm like, but I didn't like the way my voice had sounded a lot. Plus, when I got my voice teacher, my vocal fatigue, the pain, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Oh, do we got Raiders? I think we got Raiders. Sorry.
Raiders.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders.
Sorry.
I can't say anything. Wonderful. Okay. But yeah, I'm super passionate about vocal technique. That's another thing with me. But I wanted to learn how to enjoy my voice and enjoy singing, and then I loved piano, so I'm like, I've got to figure out how to play and sing at the same time. I'm not going to change any songs I write because it makes me sad every time I do that. So, with all the songs are exactly what they're meant to be, whether I can sing them or not.
Yeah, I like that.
I can say that from where I'm sitting, the goals you've set for yourself, like I think
You've crushed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
incredible
Absolutely.
vision and foresight to be like, this is how I want it to be, and it's not. I'm not deviating from that.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I'm gonna make it happen.
Whether I have to put in 4 years of work. That was awesome.
That's how I made it worth it, because I'm like, I had to sing Mozart for 4 years. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
There we
that'll
go.
do it.
Yeah, this is
take the
amazing.
Mozart and push it over here and make it work. I'm like, I've got to find a way to make this worth my while. than just the, all I
amazing.
was allowed to sing was like, here's something out of a 24 aria book, and I'm like, that makes me miserable. Thank you. So we had to change things, and so I started applying it on the side. I'm like, okay, and I never wanted to be like I didn't want my voice. I'm like, am I gonna sound like a really heavy opera singer when I sing my songs? Like I'm gonna come out like this? Like no. So I messed around with it a bit, and then so now it's like. That's the other thing I like doing. Like I've applied for a teaching job to be a vocal coach if I get it. So doing all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah, good
And
luck.
the songwriting being my main passion. I changed my major. Like I was supposed to be on an opera track, and I was like, she said, "Oh, you can do this for 40 plus years," and I was like, I certainly won't. And then behind her back, changed my major, and yeah, I have tons of stories. But I love songwriting and I love songwriters. I think it's the truest form of yourself, right? It's just a total expression of love. That's how I see it.
And you said that song particularly was inspired by one of your professors, you said?
So he was like, I used to say, he's like, his name was Bob, and he was, on my first album, right, I have this, all the songs were dedicated to him, that he was either alive for, or songs that were about him. And the last track, I like, put a recording of our voices on that we were talking in an interview. It's all I had left. And he was like, oh my God, do you have it? He said, what is this? Because I kept showing up with new songs that just kind of come out of nowhere. I find the songwriting process to be something like Johnny, I think you said it dawns on you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit and write a song. I'll just be sitting here staring at the keys all day. But sometimes I get the urge. I'm like, you have the urge to use the bathroom. It's the exact same thing with songwriting. I'm like, I gotta get to a piano.
Right now. Yes.
I'm in a panic because it's like the timer starts and 1 minute passes and I've forgotten everything. And so he was like, I used to tell him, he's like, what's a dream here? Why is this singer in here? Oh, another one. I'm like, I don't know, Disney. And he's like, oh, the big mountain, that is Disney. Oh, of course. 2 weeks later, he was like my biggest fan. It was cringy. He was like a dad. He was like,
that's awesome.
You can have anything you want, whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, let's write the most obnoxious, positive music possible. So I get with this thing, and he's like, please tell me it's new, because you're not allowed to do a recital with the old stuff. I'm like, no, it's new. I'm like, we just do this, whatever. And then it just took on deeper meaning over time, and I realized this is actually a good song. You know how many times I write them off, and I did make a decision, right? I used to be like, oh, this one song, not good, I'm not going to show anybody. And I realized that's not for me to decide. I think, you know what, we should, it's not, I see it as something other than myself. Like, I have these skills, and I want to make this music as great as I can, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that it's something meant to be shared. And so even if I don't particularly like a song, I will still share it and do my best to do it well, because you never know what it means for someone else. And plus, it's kind of like to detach yourself a little bit. It's not just mine. It's like this beautiful thing we created. So that's another philosophical point I'm making.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you're saying.
I gotta stop being deep. I'll do it all day.
I love it. I
love the
it.
deepness. I love the deepness. Like, songwriting is it's a process of creating something. Whenever you create something that's truly yours, it's the reason why it's an intimate experience is because it's kind of your unfiltered. Well, definitely there's some filtration, but it's your thoughts. This is what your creativity. people could be like, it sucks. And, you know, that's hard because you feel like it says something about you when people say that they don't like your art. But in truth, it's like, I've seen songwriters come out with like tons of songs, and it's kind of like more like they just write all the time, and they're not so concerned about like the self-reflection portion of it. And I feel like that's what I need to develop in myself, as far as like my personality, to be able to be a successful songwriter, is developing that part of my personality that can turn off the judgment side, like I said before.
Yeah.
You know,
that's totally what it is for me.
I think about I've changed my mindset, right, about people that might come in and, oh God, they're like, I hate this, and I'm gonna comment about how much I don't like you or your music or whatever. And I realized, I think, like, a duality thing. Like, I don't know good without bad, right? And I realized I love the people that can't stand my music as much as the ones that love it, because in a way it's like, I need you too. Because when you have a firm belief in yourself, because that's who, you know, you're trying to appease it. If you're doing something that doesn't make you happy, it doesn't matter how many other people enjoy it. It doesn't make it feel any better. There's always a deep feeling like, ugh, I don't know if this is what I want. And I realized once I could get so comfortable with what I do and who I am and stuff, and I realized, like, someone comes, I hate you, I love you. Like, I'm about to say it. Like, if someone comes into my stream or something, I'm about to just profess my love. Be like, thank you so much. And it's a funny mindset, but I'm like, the worst thing someone could feel about your music is nothing. Like, they just don't notice it. To have gotten someone's attention, even in the form of anger, it's attention. You've done something. You've created a reaction.
Yeah.
I also want to meet the person who was angry when they heard that song.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, let me at
one of
him.
my bad songs. But I know one that
Invokes opposite reaction.
I released a song, and one guy came. He was so angry. He said, "Oh my God, make it stop my ears." So I sang louder. And I was like,
Good,
oh.
good.
I was like, oh,
Who would
yes.
say that?
Yes, I hate
That's
it
a
too, for
funny
some
guy
reason.
right there.
I know.
Why would he hate that? That's so nice. Anyway, all right. I guess we're wrapping around again. Do you think we have time for like? So I know that we have one hard stop at 6. So we got 45 minutes to get through again. I think we should do our small talk songs. We've spent some good time talking about some good stuff. So I don't know. Do you guys agree, or should we do another one before that?
I think it will be too much time if we do it.
Yeah,
it's up to
I agree.
We're gonna do like
yeah.
speedy. You know, we could do a speedy pass through in the
Speedy
second
round.
Like
Like
we've
a
all
speedy pass.
analyzed our first songs, but the second songs could be. But otherwise,
After,
we could
it
hop
will
in.
be extra if you want to do another.
doesn't matter
one
to me.
after.
I like talking about the songs. I think it's awkward to be like, hey, like play your song for everybody and then just like let's move on. I feel like
Go. Yeah.
and go. Yeah. So let's just do the small talk songs. Yeah. All right. So I gotta remember how mine goes. So,
What
there
is
we
it
go.
again?
Now, what is it? So I wrote this one. My take on the small talk thought is this. A lot of the times when we write music, we try to do it from the universe down. So we take like some big concept and we say like, hey, I want to write about anxiety, right? And then we try to write about a song about anxiety and we have too many things to write about. So it freezes you and you can't really write about it. So I got this really good advice. It's like find the specialness in the moment, find the universe in a moment instead of trying to find a moment in the universe. So I thought small talk could be a moment. And I, in this song, created 3 different moments. The first one being when you're burning both ends and you can't stop talking. When you feel like you're too tired to talk. And when literally you have no words. And it all being the same thing. Small talk is never being small. So that's kind of like the idea of the song. I hope it comes out good. I have no idea. I wrote it on the 9-line string, so here we go.
up all night without really noticing. We talk for hours and hours, staying fixed on you, I don't miss anything. These jokes are unexplainable, but I'm laughing anyway. The layer is deep that sits underneath the words that we say, the words that we say. It's company over content. Small talk is never small this way. After long days,
I messed up.
after long days, when we talk all night and barely stay awake.
Messed that up. All right, let me try it again. Ready?
After long days, we talk when we can barely stay awake.
Got it that time.
Just what we need to say. I've overused my social mode today. But falling's unavoidable. It's a working part of me. The layer is deep that sits underneath the words that we say, the words that we say. It's company over content. Small talk is never small this way. And during dark times, my shoulder's a safe place for you to hide. I take your pain for mine when there's nothing I can do but sit beside. Our time is unpredictable. I'll spend it well this way. The layer is deep that sits underneath the words that we say, the words that we say. It's company over content. Small talk is never small this way. Cool.
Wow.
Nice, Johnny.
I got through it. I'm like so happy about how that came out. Like real I just wrote it. I finished it this morning.
That was awesome.
I'm not like Irene where I can write a song in 30 minutes like
Yeah.
she said that she was gonna do. I'm not like that at all. So yeah.
So what
definitely.
made you pick the nylon string for that one? Because
I have it tuned the right way. So I couldn't sing it like in standard. So that's tuned like a whole step down and it just worked. But yeah, I also feel like, okay, so that's my my dad's brother, my uncle, his guitar. He passed away last year, or was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year. And I inherited it. And it's one of those guitars, I fell in love with it as soon as I started playing it. It's not an expensive guitar. I looked it up, but it's just a special one, and those are my favorite types. So I do feel like I've had lots of creativity when I pick it up. I don't know if that happens with anybody else. Like with a certain instrument, sometimes it helps, like to change instruments or whatever. Something about it.
It's got a really beautiful sound, like just a really nice wide, like
Yeah.
I don't know. We were talking about like cinematographic or cinematographic, whatever.
Yeah.
Like cinematic. That's it.
Mhm.
Music earlier, and I could definitely like like that would be like a beautiful montage piece, or
Oh,
like
cool.
over the background of some heart wrenching episode of Grey's Anatomy. Like
Yeah.
I could see.
Mm-hmm.
I
So as far
loved
as like
the-
a routine, like I wrote that song. I started writing it probably at the beginning of the week, but I did it 3 days in a row where I came back to it every single morning, and I would just work on it. So that's kind of the way I work on songs. But yeah, I'm happy that it came out okay, because I always get nervous when I have to like just come up with something out of the blue. But I do have like my voice memos. I have things that I can work with, and you can come up with a song and piece something together that sounds okay. So
Did the music come first or the lyrics?
I think actually the music for the chorus was the first thing I thought of like years ago. And I recorded it, and I always liked that jump from the 1 to the 3/7.
Yes.
Your chord progressions are- It makes writing a song with you very difficult.
What?
I'm saying when we wrote Thorn, like you showed me how to play the guitar, and I'm like, I can't do that yet, Johnny. You're playing guitar for this song, so again, the beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful
that's
progression.
right. We were gonna share Thorn. Me and Bri wrote a song together, which is really cool. So I
Yeah,
guess
we're in
you'll
the
have
middle of
to.
recording it. Johnny did his job. I just need to do mine. So
Yeah. Well, I took me forever, so take your time. So. But yeah, so that's why you got to go to Bri's stream and request it. So that's the plan.
or Johnny's stream and request it.
Yeah. When are we getting the collab stream?
I know.
That's gonna
right?
happen. It's gotta happen.
I just went like around
Today.
you. You're like in
Yeah,
Ohio,
fair.
right? Now.
Love it. All right, so I guess Maddie's next. So
And we're back around.
we're coming back around. We're circling back around.
All right. So, giving a little bit of context to this song, this is tough because this is like a life event that's happened in the last like 3 years that I haven't really talked about on stream. But in the last like 3 years, like some stuff has happened in my life that has made it to where I don't unfortunately have a relationship with my dad. And that like parental alienation, like estrangement type situation, happens, and it gets to the point where, you're just kind of communicating like the most minimal amount, even though you were so pivotal and important. And so I guess I wrote this song more about just like, like not being able to have those conversations with people that you arguably should be able to, like talk about more than anything, more than just small talk. So I ended up naming the song Small Talk as well. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm a little nervous. Like, I don't usually shake before performances, but I'm definitely, we're going. All right. Let me make sure I got all my stuff together. Oh, and usually, I will say, I am a little less PG-13 on my own streams, but I did write, this is the clean version. So you might have to come and check it out later on stream if you want it to be a little spicier. When people ask me about you, I just say we don't really talk. And I know the phone rings swings both ways, but there's not much to say at all. I tell myself it's not absurd to think you could have worked it out, been a better man, maybe you could have stuck around. You used to braid my hair, taught me to tie my shoes, and then you broke my heart before anyone else had a chance to. You led me to believe there was something to believe in, and now there's a hope inside of me, and I just can't shut it, snuff it out. Maybe you needed to change, but God, you really could have said so. Instead, you left me with this mess I should have outgrown by now. And you still text me on my birthday. There's nothing left to say, it's just small talk. Now I do everything I can to not see you again, but I can't escape your face when I'm looking in the mirror. And all this pretty joke and all those nasty jokes you tell, well, I learned them all so well. That just happens when you have 25 years of practice. You taught me to change my oil, dropped me off on my very first date. You taught me a lot about love and how you can never really count on it to stay. You led me to believe there was something to believe in, and now there's a hope inside of me, and I just can't snuff it out. Maybe you needed a change, but God, you really could have said so. Instead, you left me with this mess I should have outgrown by now. And you still text me on my birthday. There's nothing left to say. Who am I to mourn what could have been in the shadow of what came to be? The only thing I'm left wondering, do you ever miss me in your passenger seat? Cause you led me to believe there was something to believe in, and I've got this hope inside of me, and you will never snuff it out. If you needed a change, you really could have said so. Instead, you left us with this mess we should have outgrown by now. And you still text me on my birthday. Yet another set of tired phrases, like how you been, hope you're doing okay. And I don't care at all what you have to say, it's just small talk.
Wow. Can I tell you my favorite line? I think it was you left me with a mess that I should have like cleaned up a long time ago or something. I
Should
forget
have
exactly.
outgrown by now.
Yeah, I should have outgrown by now. That's what it is. It's kind of like got a little bit of a parental perspective there. That's the way I
Yeah.
feel about my kids. I don't want to mess them up. You know?
I mean, that's the thing. Is you gotta mess them up in the right direction.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
But yeah, thank you guys for that's definitely, there are songs that are, more processing, and that's definitely one that's like more of an emotional processing song than it's been, than some others. So.
Well, the great thing about that is that as you're emotionally processing it, I'm sure it's helping other people emotionally process at the same time.
Heck yeah.
At least that's
yeah.
the response I'm getting from Chad. It's a really great
Yeah.
song. It's really
I
good.
appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Definitely. Well, like, definitely thank you for being like honest about your feelings and transparent in that way. It's not easy to do that with a song, especially when you're writing about someone who's close to home. Like I wrote a song a while back, and I kind of addressed it about my parents, but I didn't really want to like, not sure like if I should really say it was about them or not, like because I'm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it can be hard to write a song about someone that's just,
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because it's a lot of fixation on one relationship, but it's important to process those things, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really, really cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Thank
So
you
cool.
guys.
Again, cathartic. Your
Yes.
music, so cathartic.
Get it out.
So, it's a nice release.
It's conversational too. That's the cool thing about it. It has a very conversational feel to the lyrics. I don't know what that, like, reverse engineering wise is. Like, it seems like maybe you use some off rhymes sometimes.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
really
I love a
work.
slant rhyme.
Slant
I do
rhymes are
love a slant
good.
rhyme. Yeah.
That always makes it feel a little bit more natural to me.
Absolutely.
It's very, very cool.
I was a free verse slam poet in college, so it helped to have that experience a little bit because it's like, you know, you're kind of like, now I want to hear the non-PG version. Sorry, you can.
Now I want to hear
Come
the
check it out
non-PG.
on stream.
Now you know where to go. Yeah.
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 Wow,
But
you
all
wrote
those
2
parties.
songs.
Yeah, I love it. So cool. Thanks for sharing. That was awesome.
Thank you guys.
All right. So we got Bri up next. Bri and Tay. Gonna
Yeah,
share
unfortunately,
their
Tay,
song.
I finished the song too late to even teach it to her. So that's all right. I know from now on I will be writing duets to come to sing with Tay. But this song was, again, emotional processing. I have a hard time writing songs that are negative about a person or an experience because, again, I do feel bad if I were to share that and be like, this song's about you. But you were right, Johnny. The emotional processing is how I should frame it. This song really was about, for me, dealing with being frustrated. I'm a very trusting person. I'm also very suggestible. So like somebody comes to me with an idea, I'm not going to shoot it down. You know, I'm going to entertain it. And there's some manipulative people that have just been a part of my life in the past. And the name of this song is Meaningless. Meaningless, but split up there in the middle. And it's about coming to the realization that this person that always makes these promises that never comes true, or just the way that they end up treating me, that their words by now, they continue to mean less and less. So small talk in the terms of they're talking small. Their words just don't carry any impact anymore that the way they used to. And in terms of style, I was looking at somewhere in between Noah Kahn and Zach Bryan, but this is definitely a song that is gonna take more writing. There's more I want to add. Mimi told me I have to do vocalizations in here, so it's not done.
I mean, if you're wrong.
Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. Yeah, this is called Meaningless. It's pretty repetitive as far as my songs go, but I really enjoyed writing it. So here's a little bit of something a little bit more folk country sounding, which is kind of rare for me.
At the light at the end of the tunnel, I found a new tunnel. Past the last posted town, empty promises spill into the next. As my eyes meet your gaze, you wave and call me your kettle. You stain my skin, a shadow you'll never address. Feel the weight, it's paper thin. Won't let you take me for a spin. Round and round, circle wide, never point your lens inside. Head up high for the foe, big pretensions, talking small, hollow words in halls, echo nothing at all. Here you come with words worn thin, dressed as truth for sale again. I feel the weight, they're paper thin, won't let you take me for a spin. Round and round, you circle wide, you never point your lens inside. Head up high before the foe, your grand illusions, you're talking small, hollow words in halls, hollow words in halls, your hollow words in my thoughts, echo nothing at all. Echo nothing at all. Short. Thanks, eh?
Bri, you have such a cool vibe to your voice. It has like some rasp and just like a really, I don't know, it's a very, very good lyrical voice. Sounds great, man.
Thank
Sounds
you.
Awesome.
Yeah. I try to emulate whoever I'm like thinking about when I write the song. So I know that there's songs where they just feel a lot softer overall. But yeah, the grit has been fun to like bring into songs these days. I never used to sing with that sort of energy or power, but I found that it unlocks when it's a raw feeling like that, bringing in more raw vocals, just making sure that I do it in a way that doesn't hurt myself.
That makes sense. Yeah. And like I guess like there was a vocal coach that was like Pavarotti didn't roar like a lion, he pinged like a trumpet. Like that's the idea. That was like such a cool saying to me. It's like that idea of like we're resonators, like we're resonating our voices.
Yeah.
And I definitely heard a lot of that, so it was sounding great, man.
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate
good.
it. Thank you, Amy, for the kind words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some really painful lessons learned. Just trusting people over and over. It always seems like there's just that if there's a chance that it's gonna be different this time, that I'm just that person.
Yeah.
So it's a hard thing to learn, and finally, like cut someone out for good. Yep.
Yeah. And writing a song about that is definitely a processing song. I'm glad New Tune Showcase. Mine was kind of a
thanks,
processing
Johnny.
song too. I feel like we got a lot of. I feel like we got some processing done.
Really,
with this
like
topic.
bonding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is therapy. Thank you, John.
It's like therapy to New Tune Showcase.
Yes.
New Tunes therapy. Which, by the way, so this is happening next month, the same Saturday, right? Bri is going to be our host next month, which is really,
5
really
weeks
exciting.
from now. So if
Yeah.
there's
5 weeks
somebody in
away.
chat, I know I'm already collecting a couple people for the roster, but if there's somebody who's like, let me do it, I want a prompt and I'm gonna eat it up. Tay will be there. I'm gonna make Tay write her own song. First song ever.
Do it.
So that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
5
seriously, reach out to me. Twitch, Whispers, Discords. I'll find you.
Yeah. It's
I will.
the second Saturday of the month at 3 p.m. Eastern time for those of
Yep.
you who are interested.
So it'll be the
And
14th.
we always are looking
so you
for
have 5
streamers.
weeks to prepare. That's an eternity in
Yeah.
New Tune Showcase time.
And
Yeah.
you'll still write it right before.
I know.
You
Yeah,
know,
you're
you'll
right,
still
you're
wait
right.
until the night before to even write it down.
That's so freaking true. I hate myself. But
Did anybody
you know,
write their song like with more than 3 days notice? Like any of us?
Nope.
I wrote mine the day that Johnny gave me the prompt.
Heck yeah!
It's early.
Respect,
sick.
Mike.
Yeah.
Respect.
How about
Yeah.
you, Manda? I saw you said you did it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I should write that thing, and then I'll
The
say for
urge?
what I made
I
the
should write
song
that
about,
thing.
because I'm like, I'm cringing a little bit at myself. I'm like, you know what, this will fit perfectly with my, like, if I don't write inspirational songs, it just goes straight to love songs, and it's just, oh god, like the list grows. I'm like, this is good for pining, like, so that's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
what my song's about. And I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? Oh, Johnny was in there. I'm like, I can't help it. I just have to play it on stream because if I don't practice it, I'm gonna mess it up. Like I thought, I can't hold water for long. Like I have to share it.
Just gotta get it out. Gotta get it
Yes.
out.
I love that though.
Yeah,
That's
me
awesome.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like bursting at the seams.
Yeah, I played it like 3 streams in a row. I'm like, I'm sure this will feel fresh and new by the time I get to it for the actual
Yeah.
stream.
That's good practice.
Irene was like, I was writing a song like while she was here, like on New Tune. Like while she was doing New Tune Showcase, she's still writing. Which, by the way, if you guys are interested, the goal for Irene was to get each of us paid $50. If that happens, she'll write a song and she'll come on and perform it, which is pretty exciting. So I think we're like halfway there. So we're a little more. So if you would like to
We're
hear
so
Irene's small
close.
talk song, which I
Yeah.
would,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it.
If we're over halfway, we're on the way down. So it's, you know, like
Yeah.
back down. So
Well put.
super easy.
Well put. Well put. Well put.
It's all downhill from here. Yeah. Momentum. Let's just roll into
Yeah.
that 3.
Big old snowball. Yeah.
So Mia is, or Mimi's next. So when did you write your song, Mimi?
Last night, late.
Last.
Mad respect. Mad respect.
However, I finished it before sleeping, which I'm really proud of.
Anonymous. There we go. We
Oh,
got a
Anna,
$50
see?
dono right there.
$50.
Look at that.
Yo.
Wow.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Anon.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
appreciate that.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
It's going to good places. Good things are gonna happen. All right. Well, let's let Mimi play her song. Her
It's a
song is
song
in
in
French.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she sent me the doc of it. I'm not sure how to share it with everybody, but I think what we could do possibly is post it on your Discord or something. Does that work? Or
Happy but scared.
but it's in
You got
French.
this,
Irene's
Irene.
Discord?
You should be prepping, Irene.
I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, for real.
Discord. That's too much. Sure.
Irene, are you shaking
Don't
in your
post
boots?
it on Discord.
She's. I'm not
It's
sure
too much.
what Irene's emotion is over the $50 donation. She's happy. She's happy, nervous. Happy, nervous. Mixed feelings. All right. So yeah, Mia's song is in French. So yeah, we'll figure out a way to share the
can say
lyrics and stuff
whatever.
like that. So you'll definitely have to tell us what it's about.
Okay. Well, it's about small talk. It's like.
Come on, Johnny. You
should know
gave it
this.
to her. You gotta know.
I don't know. There's more to it, but it's too new to actually explain. But I mean, I can explain. After I sing it, maybe I remember.
Sounds like a plan. It's like, oh yeah, that's what this song is about.
I don't know, when I first write a song or even when I first learn a song, I just forget immediately. I don't know what it is about that. And then I
Me
have
too.
to listen again. Oh yeah. So again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool. Yeah, Irene just messaged me. I guess we have $100 to go.
All right.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. So let's get Mimi up on the screen, and we'll get her to perform her song.
So the song is called Entre deux mots. I don't know if it means much, but it's like, in English it would be like between the lines, but I'm not even sure. Like I did the translation very quick, but it's like I don't know how to explain that. I'm gonna sing it and maybe I explain a bit more after. Les mots légers s'échappent au vent, sous la pluie des écrans brillants. Mais le bruit des cœurs résonne encore, dans ce monde qui perd le nord. Un café froid sur le comptoir, et les tracas du jour s'égarent. Les silences chargés d'espoir, on parle de tout mais rien de rare. Parlons peu, mais parlons bien, les étoiles dans nos mains. Des vérités qu'on dessine et qui éclairent nos destins. Parlons bien. Des banalités sous les lampions qui parfois touchent nos passions. Quand les âmes s'enflamment doucement, la révolution s'installe calmement. Sous la lune et les réverbères, les regards sombres se libèrent. Quand les silences deviennent mélodies et les murmures des cris de vie. Parlons peu et parlons bien des étoiles dans nos mains, des vérités que l'on signe et qui font éclater nos destins. Parlons bien. So I was laughing because I forgot. I mean, during the song, I was figuring out what to do because, you know, you write something and you forget. But what I do, of course, thankfully, I record it on my phone so I can go back and fix it later. But like, how does it go? Get these words? How do we put them together?
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's very, I need a bridge, I feel, maybe. I'm not a fan of bridges because I usually like bridge, I'm like, a bridge. But I feel like this song could use bridge.
Yeah. I find it hard to know like whether a song needs like a bridge sometimes. I know like a song map can help. Like, have you ever heard of song maps? Like if you have like a plan, like this is what I'm gonna say for each part.
A plan?
I
Yeah,
What are you
like-
talking about?
It's like improv for me. So that's not me.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I heard someone was talk about it one time about making a plan for your song. I never do that.
Yeah. I mean, you can, I guess, but I don't.
Sounds like a good thing to experiment with. Like, try different styles of songwriting, even. You know,
Yeah.
what works best for you. But I mean, I could tell with people like Maddie, it's like it just And the urges from Manda.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
my,
love-
my infamous urges.
It's so cool getting to learn.
I turn
like,
into a werewolf if I go
Not the
past 5
urges.
minutes past the call, right?
Manda's got a song that needs to come out.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
Yeah, I'll turn into
also
a monster if it doesn't.
I also just really I think songs might just sound better in French. I'm not just like maybe I should just translate my songs to French. They'd be better.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
It was
Johnny,
really
can this be a
nice.
There's
channel
just
for
there is a
redemption?
flow
Will
to
you
the
do it?
French language that is just like
It's just the beautiful language. It
Yeah.
really
I mean,
is. Yeah.
it's the funny thing. Like for the longest time, the few songs I wrote were always in English. I only started writing in French recently. Like it's maybe my second or third song in French, and I don't know. It's I think it's hard because it's like more you expose yourself more because it's my native language. So
Oh,
it's more
okay.
like true in a way.
Right.
I mean, obviously English is
Interesting.
true as well, but it's like your
It doesn't go through that extra layer of.
yeah, it's
processing.
really wrong. it's
It's-
exactly
It's
that's
the
what-
machine code. It's not the compiled depth. So we'll get into
Yeah.
programming stuff. But yeah, I understand.
Just thinking like a
But-
programmer.
But I
raw
connect more
emotions.
because it's French. So like it's like just telling a story and. I don't
Do you
know,
feel that
a
it's
different
easier to
feeling.
write in your like own
It's
language? or
easier
is it-
because I mean because it's my native language, like it's more natural, easier to find the words that go together.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You have more
that's fair.
options in the end, even though I speak English. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
because
when you write English songs, I can't even picture like writing in a different language. That's crazy. Like the whole interaction with the language is like a lot of lyricism. So it's like you have to have wordplay and all of those things, and it's I don't know. That's definitely a
there's
very
something
interesting.
about English, though it's easier to write in English in a way. Because, I don't know, it's just the language. I don't
More things
know.
rhyme, maybe.
It both have their difference. Like it can be easier or more difficult, but for different reasons. Let's say.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
because sometimes
actually
you
really
have- There's
interesting.
a French song I really like. I find beautiful. If I explain to people in English, it's lame in my opinion.
Interesting. Yeah, like a direct translation means like
Right.
the connotation's different in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
Even like humor and stuff like that is really different for
Yeah.
different cultures. So it's super cool. So yeah, we got to get the lyrics.
The only I wanted to say, trying to explain a little bit what it meant, but it's about, it's what the chorus says. It's parlons peu mais parlons bien. It means like, let's speak less, but let's speak true. Like, you know, like
Oh.
the small talk.
Yeah.
It's like what I said in there, like what I was talking about. So in the verse, it was more like images and like the coffee on the counter, you know, like everyday life stuff. And then it's like, because that, you know, when you're at the coffee shop, like you talk to people, like small talk. like about
Yeah.
the
Sounds
weather and
beautiful in
stuff like
French.
that.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, coffee shop in France. That's where it is.
yeah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe.
That's where it's at. I want to go to that coffee shop.
Yeah, but yeah, and that's something I really like doing like images when I can, of course. Like when you tell a story and building like a landscape or something like scenery or something like that.
Like setting a scene and using
Yeah, like-
that scene
exactly.
as a
Like I
part.
was talking at some point in the other verse, it's about like the city lights or something like that. You're talking in the street or something.
Yeah.
I would have. I mean, I think it would be interesting to check the lyrics if you want at some point. It doesn't have to be now. But
Yeah, definitely. And
I have an
yeah,
idea.
it has to do with a lot with that concept of finding the universe in the moment, I think. And
Yeah.
I think that that's what that is. In those
Mhm.
like in the coffee shop, the small talk. Yeah. I like it. That's I felt like that was a light bulb moment for me, at least. It was helpful because I feel like a lot of times when you're singing a song, and the reason that why I like the songs that I like a lot of the times is less about the sonic waves hitting my ears, and it's more about the experience that I had while I was listening to it for the
Right.
first time. And it's and I think when you write a song, you're creating an experience like that to some degree. It's not easy to do. That's why that's why it's a performance art, though, you know. So, but I think it's interesting like that, personally.
Yeah, but how it makes you feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah. So, thank you for sharing. Yeah, we're making actually pretty decent time.
Yeah.
Good.
I know it's 6 o'clock now. I know Maddie might have a hard stop at some point.
Like 15 to 20 more minutes.
15 to 20 more
now,
minutes. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Good to know. And then, so we'll keep it moving. Let's go to Mike next. Mike, if you want to share before the song, you can. We'll talk about it afterwards. Sounds good. You got the floor?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll share a little bit before there, and if you guys
Okay.
want to talk about it after, you can. I called this song "Say It All," and it's basically like I'm kind of talking about the opposite of small talk. Like, you know, the verses in the chorus kind of mean like it's fine to have small talk, but if you want to talk, I'm here to listen. And if I want to talk, you should be there to listen. You could do the small talk, but you know, if it helps, you should say it all. So this is the song. Oh yeah, one little thing. I do this song 3 different ways. If anybody's interested in hearing with a looper pedal and all the fancy stuff, feel free to join my stream and you can see it there. This is just the acoustic version. I won't ask if you don't want to tell. I don't need to know, but if it helps you, just say it all. I won't tell if you don't want to ask. You don't need to know, but if it helps me, I'll say it all, say it all. This small talk is good, that's how it all began. Gotta start somewhere, gotta start somehow. This small talk is good, let's open up our mind. Gotta start somewhere, gotta start somehow. I won't know if I don't want to ask. We all need to know. If it helps, we should say it all, say it all, say it all. This small talk is good, that's how it all began. Gotta start somewhere, gotta start somehow. This small talk is good, let's open up our minds. Gotta start somewhere, gotta start somehow. This small talk is good, it's how it all began. Gotta start somewhere, gotta start somehow. I won't ask don't want to tell. I don't need to know. But if it helps you, I'll just say it all. There you go.
Oh, that was really nice. I like the acoustic version.
Thank you.
I think it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like I have an
You're
acoustic.
inside, Johnny. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
have
like
like
the-
an
I don't know how I feel
acoustic
about it.
version, and then I got the looper version, and then I got the grunge version, like the mics here stuff. I always do. So yeah.
I love it. That's I could see where like the more full band would come in, like
Yeah.
during the song, kind of during that
Yeah.
intense moment. That's cool.
Totally.
I like the topic too. It's like actually kind of what I was thinking more along the lines of too when I first thought of the prompt was it's not really about small talk. It's about the opposite kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked how you turned the prompt on its head too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what I did was I researched, I knew what small talk meant, but I was just like, I wonder what Google says. So I Googled it, and then it came kind of the meaning behind small talk. I was just like, well, I don't know. Small talk is nice and all, but really, I think we all as humans should be here to listen to each other if we do want to talk more than just small talk. You know, here to listen and here to give advice and stuff like that. And that's what a lot of my writing has been about the last year is about, you know, if you're going through hard times, you know, there's people out there to hear you and listen to you and give you advice. So, you know, you don't have to do just small talk. You can, you know, tell people how you feel.
Yeah. I think that's a powerful message too. I mean, I feel like even earlier, it's like, are we talking too deep? Did we
Yeah.
get too deep just now? Like, I feel like it's a fear that I have a lot of the times when I'm talking to somebody. It's like, did I just lose you? I'm not sure if I just
Yeah.
I
lost
think
you or
it's
not.
important though.
Yeah,
It
I thought it
is.
was a great message.
Well,
That you got to start somewhere. You got to start somehow. Small talk opens the door to allow somebody to, if you need more, then I'm here. If I need more, then engaging just in the small talk. It's what opens the door, and
Yeah.
it's really cool.
I do
thought
feel
you
that we
captured
often
really well.
stuck in the
That's cool,
small
Mike.
talk though. We're scared to talk more.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's the
In
gist of the
general,
song for sure.
Yeah, and like life is short. Don't wait.
Yeah,
I like that
exactly.
it was an invitation. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
invitation.
Well, the small talk's cool, but yo,
Yeah.
come on,
Yeah. Jump in the deep end.
come on.
Well, thanks for all the
Love
love,
it.
guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the kind words and in chat. I love you all. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah. And for everybody here, all the streamers, we have socials and stuff like that that we've posted. Make sure you go follow. Everybody go follow everybody, even if there's streamers in chat. I see John Oakwood. That's just one person that's popping out to me right now. But I know there's tons of streamers in chat. Yeah, everybody follow everybody, obviously. Obviously. All right. Well, I really appreciate it, Mike. It sounded amazing.
Thanks, man.
Really great song. Can't wait to hear the other versions of it. So go check out
for
some
real.
Mike's.
Stop by anytime.
Yeah. All right. So we got Manda up next with the caboose again, right?
Indeed,
Love
we
it.
do. And we're back to
Alright.
this again. So, this I just have a tendency to write about this very specific situation. I feel like I'm always in. I've just matured and learned how to actually respond to it. So sometimes I'd write love songs that are like, I'm in love with this person, and now I'm going to send them this song because, like, you'll feel like, okay, well, I'm not saying anything, so am I going to run out of time and lose this person? So then I act irrationally and do something stupid. Like, I have a few songs that I'm like, just on Discord, like, here, I'm going to DM you this song that's definitely for no reason. Like, I can't stand it. So I was like, I've learned something. When it comes to this weird situation of like, oh, I like this person, and now I don't know what to do. It's not to act out of desperation like I always did, but to just be like, you know what? Take your hands off the steering wheel. If there's one thing I've learned, the more you grab onto somebody, the more they pull away. Because I think it's trying to exercise a certain control that's just not there. Just letting things happen naturally. So now I just use the songs as a coping mechanism. So I was like, oh, the small talk prompt. I know exactly where this is going. Because, in a way, this song is like, okay, I've imagined all this stuff with this person, and they have no idea how I feel, and it probably should stay that way. And then in the song, it's like, oh my god. Like, I've probably lost my chance. I would take even small talk just to have a chance at this person, right? But throughout the song, that twist I was talking about, the twist comes back. I thought, this will not be happy, this will have a sad ending, and then I did not commit. So maybe we'll feel good by the end of it. Oh, I gotta turn the thing up. We gotta do this again. I hope I don't blow out your ears with this. See, this one's super different from Nova, so I'm proud of it.
Spending our days doing nothing but gazing at the clouds. You are the life within my heart's hallowed grounds. Out of time and out of sync, you're the happy thoughts I think, a flower in my graveyard soul. But I watch from the sidelines and think about what could have been as I let you walk out of my life. I should have found the courage to try. I should have asked you about your day, or had the strength to walk your way. Even just a small talk will do. Now I've lost my chance to love you. I hold tight to my fantasy, all the things that couldn't be, afraid to run into the rain. The sight of you now makes me cry, something breaking deep inside. I chose the flight over the fight, and I feel you beyond my grasp. In the race of love I'm last, crossing the finish line. I wish I could go back in time. I should have told you how I felt. You made my defenses melt. For once in my life to have the strength. How could I let you get away?
I mess it up. I look into your hazel eyes. Life's too short to compromise. I just need one more surprise, and I'll be to reach out and grab your hand, something to make you understand. I am in love with you, something I've longed to do.
moment will do. I'd love to have small talk with you.
And that's all she wrote, literally.
Wow.
I could definitely see that in the next Disney movie.
Yeah, for real.
No, the princess.
Like that is
singing
Disney
that to
Disney
the-
princess material.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
only-
a hard time. I have a hard time believing that you haven't always had an amazing voice, but I know that discredits all the hard work that you put in over the past 4 years. But it's wonderful. You transport me with your piano playing, and then the voice over top is just like, what is
I
this?
appreciate it.
Christmas?
It sounds
birthday?
easy. You know what I'm saying? It sounds easy.
Yeah, it
to-
sounds so natural. It really
sounds
does.
very-
cohesive.
Well, look,
the
I
whole
went through
thing.
all the suffering, right? Because I mean,
Oh,
you know
the
when it's bad
Mozart
when it's like
for you.
it doesn't just look hard; it feels hard.
Oh,
Like you're
yeah.
like, oh my god, she's gonna die up there. Like your ear's gonna explode or something. Like,
She's gonna be all right.
I
She's
mean-
turned purple.
I know, and it's like your body's like, you know what? No, you know, it's like all these reflexes you have. You'll see people talk, and it's just like, oh, it's so easy, just flows off the tongue. And the minute you go to sing, it's like, I'm going to sing now, and I'm going to see how many veins I can pop in 3 minutes. Like,
How many muscles in my body can I become
Oh.
aware of all at once? Yeah.
I know, it's like my voice lessons. I kind of had to go through puberty a second time. My voice was cracking all the time, and she's like, it's all right. Your muscles are learning how to not be so terrible.
Yeah, amazing song too. Like, really, really cool take on. I like how there's one commonality between all the songs I've heard so far, which is that it's about more than small talk.
Yeah.
Like obviously a song about
Don't
just
we all
small
want
talk
more
would
than
probably
just
be
small talk?
super
that is not
boring.
the end goal.
Yeah, but it's almost like from different angles. I like how yours has like a longing type of feel in the lyrics, like longing for that small talk again, like having that as a part of the experience of life, and not necessarily. I don't know. Like you could kind of take the topic and you could be like, small talk's a bad thing, and look at it negatively, and that would work. It works fine.
Yeah.
But it's also like you could look at it like the way that you did, which is cool, and I think it's cool that it came out like it did. I think it actually matches the music too, pretty well. That way.
If you've ever, like, small talk may seem like, ugh, like on a normal day, but if you've ever done it with someone you have a crush on, it's like, I didn't hear one thing you said, but you talking to me, keep going. Like, they could literally just like say every color of crayon, and I'd be like, oh my god. I mean, that's exactly what this song's about. Like, I'd take anything. I just can't let the opportunity pass.
You definitely captured the excitement for me. It took me back to like when I would get a text message from that person I was waiting to get a text message from. I'm like, oh shoot. And when you actually had to like open the messages sometimes, you know, like you couldn't always just preview the whole thing. And it was on a flip phone. But no, seriously, that's what you captured for me. Just that excitement of that potential, the energy, just anything from them changes your day. And that was really cool to take me back there. So thank you, Manda.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I just see it in the movie, like girl actor approached by guy, she starts singing halfway through it.
Yeah, and
like
it's all
some
a
music.
Just like
monologue in
one
her
color
head.
That's
about,
how I
about
lived
the
it.
weather, or a crayon color. Like what?
Doesn't matter what he's saying.
An entire song. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Man, I
Good
guess
job,
that's
Johnny. This was your prompt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
it
at
was
that.
a fun
interpreted like 6 different ways.
It was so cool. It was
what you
a
want.
really awesome prompt. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a tough act to follow.
Well, I think we got some good ideas, like the montage thing. I forget what that was. I forget. Now this is why you have to write your ideas down.
Yeah.
You gotta write them down. Bring your phone around with you. Sing. Be that weird person that's singing into your phone. Be a
Okay,
songwriter.
Johnny.
I forget if I don't record it.
I did that before. I got called out for it. Someone's having a party, and I walked out on the balcony. The balcony sounds too fancy. I mean, it's like an apartment balcony. And I'm like, yeah, shut up. I need time alone. And they're like, what's she doing out there? And I'm like out there for like 10 minutes. Like, I can't get the idea right, and I keep redoing it. And it's just my voice. And I go back, and the girl's like, were you just recording an idea in your phone? And I'm like, yeah, why? You can't shatter it. I'm shameless at this point.
Yeah.
She's like, don't you think that's kind of embarrassing? And I said, what's so embarrassing about being a songwriter? I said, I just had a full concert of my own music, and I'm like, yeah, try me.
I'm about to sing this song for you right now.
I'll do it right
they
now. I'll
just-
play you
they
this
were-
awful voice memo with so much pride. How bad I sound.
Thank you
Anyways,
for
I-
enlightening us about your urges, though. It's incredible.
It's my
It's
pleasure,
like
really.
it's all you need to do to explain it to your friends. Just be like,
If this frightens you,
"I have an
imagine
urge."
a 2-hour stream where I just talk like this. Oh, terrible.
Ode to
amazing.
Lost Songs. That's what it was.
Yep.
Ode
love
to
that.
Lost Songs. I love it. That would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, Maddie, I know has a stop coming up, so thank you so much, Maddie, for being here. It was amazing having you. We love your songs.
Thank
Everybody
you
go
guys so
check
much
Maddie
for
out.
having me.
Please go check Maddie out on her socials. Thank you for being here.
I'll be a
Appreciate it.
lurkin. I just won't be on the stream anymore. But I so appreciate you guys the opportunity to connect with you all and to hear your music. I can't wait to check you guys out and stream again, and connect on different levels. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being
Thank you,
here,
Maddie.
Maddie.
Thank
This has
you.
been awesome.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Y'all have a good one. Yeah,
Cheers.
absolutely. Much love.
All right. And with that, I know Maddie had to leave, but we are just about done with stream here. I don't know what the plan is.
The protocol is
being-
now.
What is the protocol? What do we do?
We're off the rails.
We're off the rails.
The
We don't
caboose
have
is
any
through the finish
direction.
line, and
Yeah, we played the last song. We can do another round if we want. There is that option. Do you guys feel like doing another round? Do we want
hey,
to?
do you want to sing a song? Tay's good. I think it's dinner time for us. Pretty
Yeah.
soon,
I'm
so-
hungry.
I love it. I
That's
love
true.
it.
We've got her for like 5 hours in a row today. That's unbelievable.
Irene's like, you're the host. Like, I'm gonna take my power, and let's just say we had an awesome stream. I really appreciate y'all for being here. You guys have been amazing. Everybody go follow everybody on socials. Hang out on streams. To everybody that came and has been lurking, chatting, supporting streamers, you guys add a ton of life to us, and we just appreciate you thoroughly. Songwriting's not an easy thing to do. It's kind of like hanging your chin out there, and you guys have been super nice to us as we do that. So very much appreciated. Keep supporting music streamers. Keep doing things like this, coming out to Together Whenever Music. And yeah, let's get a raid going.
And thank you, Pinball. You've been moving us around the
Yes.
screen all day, and we take it. Sometimes it just seems like it happens via magic because it's so timely. So thank you, Pinball.
Yeah.
I know you're here for sound check. You're here all
There's
throughout.
a charity
to
stream
help us.
going if you want to read that.
And,
The one I took part of this morning.
and thank
Yeah.
you, Irene.
I'd be
Also.
okay with a
Let's see
charity
where
stream
this
if
stops
that's.
on, it may be Kevin, but I'm not sure.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Irene.
We're deciding on what the raid target's gonna be now.
I can't tell you in
Figuring
just
that out.
a sec where they are right now. I think they're at Kevin's Cafe Live. So that's what I want to mention. Yeah, they're at Kevin's Cafe Live.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm in for a
charity
charity stream.
charity red train for Manchester Children's Hospital.
Nice.
It's
Yeah, let's do a charity stream.
It's not at Kevin's Cafe Live.
Let's do Kevin's Cafe.
As we stare into our.
Cool. We all stare into our screens. Yeah.
Hey, you get to meet Kevin and BB now. Yeah. I'm so excited to take her around Twitch.
I'm used to having to do stuff now.
Sorry. You guys did amazing.
Thank
back
you,
again.
Irene.
It was fun.
It was a ton of
I was a
fun.
bit. I was nervous for many things.
I'm so nervous still. I'm still like I'm not gonna sleep tonight. I'm just wound up. I live for this stuff though, guys. I love it. Let's go.
They're already starting.
All right.
Is there a
Hop in,
recall?
everybody.
All right, thanks everybody. Thanks
Thank you.
Johnny. Thanks Irene.
Thank you, Johnny, and all of you.
Yeah, heck yeah. Thank you for being
It was
here.
super fun.
Yeah, grab those raid calls.
Yep.
We're going to
Let's show some
Kevin's
love.
Cafe. If you guys aren't following Kevin, you got to follow him too.
Yep, great.
Great
Over
stream
there.
over there.
Yeah.
Such amazing vibes. All right. Well, thank you all for being here.
Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for
Yo,
rating us.
chat has been amazing today. I haven't been able to focus on it, but thank you all. We really appreciate you all. I see tons of people that I recognize in here. Yeah, so I'm going to raid over to Kevin's Cafe. Hit the follow if you're not already doing so for Kevin's Cafe. They're doing a charity stream. If you can stick around and support music streamers, it's always a good thing. But yeah, we'll say what do we say on my stream, which is peace and chicken grease. That's what I say.
Peace and chicken grease. Johnny.
Peace and chicken grease.
I'm more hungry.
All right, Tay, do it.
hungrier.
Peace and chicken grease.
All right, bye everybody. See you
Bye.
guys.
Good night. Bye bye.
Yo, I think we are still on. We're still live, but we rated out.